So I'm waiting for the Peacock Network to decide that it wants to start playing Raw Talk. It's not doing that. It's just sitting there.
Disqualification. Becky got involved.
Yeah, that pasty bitch got involved again. I'm getting sick of that. Now it's not like I'm dead serious. Like I understand she's a heel, great, but like even Becky was able to get a win and have her time. Like you're not even giving Bianca the opportunity. Like that was a good match between Bianca and Charlotte, and she ruined it. She ruined the match between Bianca and Sasha. She is so annoying. I just want her to just stop. And now I have a really bad feeling that they're gonna let Becky retain that title at Crown Jewel, and then they're gonna move into the program with Becky and Bianca again. If they do, I'm sick of it. I have to come out and go back in because it started 5 minutes ago and it won't play. It keeps saying it'll begin shortly, but it started 5 minutes ago. I'm like, okay, babe. She said, now my TV want to work. Ain't this about a bitch, child? Oh gosh. So you only got me like 3 of these muffin sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh. They ain't have banana.
No.
I wish they did.
Unfortunately, they don't.
Oh, now I want to start. All right, let's see who else they drafting. Y'all making me watch this. I usually don't watch Raw Talk. Oh, it's set up like a little. It's different. I don't even know who the hell these people are. Can I have some milk? Are y'all just gonna talk about results, or are y'all done with the draft? Okay, so y'all rehashing shit. Okay. It's on Peacock. Raw Talk is on Peacock. It don't look like they announcing any more draft picks. It look like they just talking about who was already drafted. But I ain't never been over here before on this shit, so I don't know. Okay, while they doing that, we gonna talk about the draft picks ourselves, cause I ain't got time for that. I literally just watched it. Like I have no desire to sit and rehash who was drafted where. Yes, it's on Peacock TV. It's just cut on. There ain't nothing wrong with her. There's no reason to go over it again. We just saw the shit. We just saw the fucking match. We just saw the draft picks. Renee didn't say anything about Big E winning the title. She didn't say anything. Renee didn't say anything about Big E. Raw is over, honey. All right, hold on, y'all.
Welcome to Jocelyn's Cabaret. Your every desire will be fulfilled. Your wish is my command. I'm here to please you, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day, baby. Do it like it's your...
She says the ASMR clicks for me. Child, ain't really nothing else to say. I'm trying to get the pictures uploaded so I can talk to y'all because I didn't have time to do it earlier.
Oh shit. The next you want to meet.
Oh, God. Poor Kevin, he ain't even do nothing. No, he didn't get drafted, and I wanted him to be drafted. They don't like me at WWE. I'm just ready for them to hurry up so I can see if they're gonna do a supplemental draft because they may not do one because it's not necessary for them to do one at this moment. Because they had 7 rounds. It was 7 rounds of draft picks. It's too much. I don't be sitting here having these kind. I want to sit here and talk to y'all all the time. Oh, they put a lot of Photoshop on Goldberg's face. They smoothed him out real quick. All right, so if y'all missed Monday Night Raw, I did go live and do a live reaction to the draft. So if you want to see that, you definitely can. It should be up or getting ready to be up within the next couple of minutes. But I'm finishing up the draft picks and I wanted to get them uploaded on my computer so you guys could see who got drafted where, so I don't have to put, I'm trying to get them uploaded. That's why you guys can hear me clicking. And I'm looking to see if they're going to call in some new people. They are not. So, yeah, it's just an unnecessary place to be in at this point in time. So make sure I get all the SmackDown's picks up here, and then I will talk about them simultaneously. All right. Got to put Rick up there. And then I'll have all of SmackDown's picks ready to go. Okay, so there were some changes that happened on with SmackDown's landscape. They gained a lot with Monday Night Raw's draft. So they got the Banks, Sasha Banks, the Boss, the Blueprint. Of course, she's going to stay on SmackDown. She's called the Blueprint, for God's sake. So, yeah, she was drafted number 1, I believe it was, overall for the second night of the draft. Thank you, darling. So good for her. Okay. But we also got a monstrous pickup for SmackDown. SmackDown got Shayna Baszler. Now, Shayna's been on quite the roll lately, breaking arms and taking names. Shayna Baszler has been drafted to SmackDown, and I couldn't be happy for her. I mean, more happier for her. I feel like Shayna is a very good pickup. A new landscape on SmackDown gives her a whole new perspective, and it gives her a closer shot at that SmackDown Women's Championship with Becky gone and it just being Sasha over there. Bayley's probably going to stay on on SmackDown for sure. You'll have Shayna probably have a clear line straight to the championship, which isn't bad. I mean, Shayna's a very good pickup for SmackDown. She's strong. She's menacing. And if I know anything about Shayna, she's not going to wait around for opportunities. She's going to go after it like she's been doing, going after people's arms. So I'm very curious to see how they book Shayna and what they do for her. And I'm very excited for what she's capable of. What I'm disappointed in, more specifically, is the fact that they didn't capitalize on, Becky got drafted number 1 overall. Banks was drafted after that. So I'm sorry, I misspoke. What I didn't like is that they didn't capitalize on the fact that Nia Jax hasn't been off of Monday Night Raw her entire career. She's been a Raw superstar. And I feel like they could have very easily utilized that to their advantage and sent Nia over to SmackDown. And if they didn't want to put Naomi in the bloodline, Nia being in the bloodline would be a massive pickup for SmackDown, and it'd be great. It would even out. It would give them a way to have all aspects of SmackDown or all aspects of the WWE locked down within the Anoa'i family. It just would work. Only if Naomi didn't want to do it. If Naomi wanted to do it, I wouldn't have a problem with her doing it either. But anyways, let's move on to the next pick. So Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza were also drafted to SmackDown. That was a very shocking pick for me. I didn't expect them to be drafted. I genuinely thought they would stay on Raw and become the Raw Tag Team Champions at some point. But it seems like they're going to SmackDown to fill out the SmackDown Tag Team roster. Cesaro stayed on SmackDown, which is a good thing for Cesaro. I like Cesaro. I think Cesaro is great. Him staying on the roster works out perfectly for him. The Usos also stayed on SmackDown. So luckily for Paul Heyman, his mistress' children were able to stay on the show. and weren't drafted to Raw because he would have been left for dead if he was. Big shocker for me today was Ridge Holland being drafted to SmackDown. I didn't expect Ridge Holland to be drafted at all. So Ridge Holland being drafted to SmackDown is a big shock, but a very big pickup for SmackDown because Ridge is a quiet talent, but he's very, very good at what he does. He is subtle, but he's brutal, and his hits can be deafening at the sound. He's strong, he's massive, and I think he's a good asset to that title scene in the Intercontinental part of SmackDown for now. If Roman wasn't champion, I would say he definitely would be a future WWE Universal Champion. But with Roman holding that title at 400 plus days, I don't see him dropping it to Ridge Holland anytime soon. So it's a very interesting pickup for SmackDown. Shinsuke Nakamura was drafted to the SmackDown brand as the Intercontinental Champion with his partner Rick Boogs in tow. So shout out to them. And of course, the conspiracy theorist himself, Sami Zayn, was drafted last in the draft. He is going to be taken on SmackDown. He's going to stay on SmackDown and live his best life as the conspiracy theory Fidel Castro. Y'all know that's what he looked like. Shit, don't get mad at me. That's what he looked like. Xia Li was another pickup for SmackDown. I love Xia. I think Xia is amazing. And I think if given the opportunity, Xia Li could also be another person who could be a contender for that belt. I think a match with Sasha Banks for Xia Li will be great. Xia is awesome, and I can't wait to see what she's capable of. The Viking Raiders were also traded, as was Ricochet, and I'm missing a picture, so hold on. Let me see if I got it. I missed one. I missed Sheamus, so I'm going to put Sheamus up here because he also was drafted tonight. He was drafted to SmackDown, so he's going back to the blue brand with his good old pal, Cesaro, as most people like to call him here in the live. So that is the end of the pickups for SmackDown. I'm going to take a quick break and I will be back. Okay, just a quick little breaky.
Genetics.
Drink, headshot, drink, sit down, drink, stand up, drink, pass out, drink, wake up, drink, bed it, drink, bed it, drink, drink, headshot, drink, sit down, drink, stand up, drink, pass out, drink, wake up, drink, bed it, drink, drink.
Genetics.
Drink, headshot, drink, sit down, drink, stand up, drink, pass out, drink, wake up, drink, bed it, drink, 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 headshot, drink, sit down, drink, stand up, drink, pass out, drink, wake up, drink, bed it, drink, drink.
Genetics.
Drink, headshot, drink, sit down, drink, stand up, drink, pass out, drink, wake up, drink, bed it, drink, 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 headshot, drink, sit down, drink, stand up, drink, pass out, drink, wake up, drink.
I think I got everybody uploaded. So if I'm missing somebody, y'all will obviously let me know, honey. Okay. Let me make sure I got everybody that was drafted tonight. All right. So let me just go down the line. I'm missing a couple people, but I'll upload them in a minute. So we got Becky Lynch. She was drafted number 1 overall. The bitch couldn't wait to let Sonya and Adam tell everybody she was drafted. She had to come out there and kick off the show. Quite frankly, it was an unnecessary kickoff. They could have let her ass stay in the back, and they could have just kicked off the show with the draft, which is what they should have done. That gave us a mundane start to Monday Night Raw, if you really want to know the truth. So yeah. Moving on. I'm gonna just tell you who was drafted. I ain't gonna give y'all no number 1s and number 2s because I don't care about that. Alexa Bliss was drafted to to Monday Night Raw as well. Quite frankly, I wanted her to go to SmackDown, but she was drafted to Raw. The Gimp Mask bitch was drafted to Monday Night Raw as well. Good for you, Carmella. 100% lovely. Finn Balor, aka the Demon, was drafted to Monday Night Raw as well as he should have. I mean, at this point, they have no plans to continue the feud with Roman and Finn Balor, and they also are not giving any explanation or any insight into what happened between Balor and Roman. They're just leaving it open-ended to where it is. And obviously what they did was what they wanted to do, and they decided that this was the best way to make it happen. But the problem is your plan got caught. We all saw the cameraman come up there and cut the rope. So we know that this was not no accident. This was a planned piece that y'all wanted to have in there. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Moving on to the next set, the Street Profits have also been drafted to Monday Night Raw. Seeing as how Montez's wife, Bianca, was drafted to Monday Night Raw, I am not surprised that the Street Profits were right in tow and keep the couples together. And even if one of them is in a tag team, that tag team will move to Monday Night Raw. They're all about keeping the families together, and that's a nice thing. Karrion Kross, however, isn't about keeping the families together. He's about destruction. And he was also drafted to Monday Night Raw this week. It's not a surprise. I expected him to be drafted to Raw. He fits better on Raw. He would be completely a fish out of water on SmackDown, if you ask me. So him being drafted to Raw is a good thing. Hopefully they can do something with it. Damian Priest kept his United States Championship, and he is going to be still on the Raw brand. Those belts did not change shows. However, I think Damian could have done extremely well on SmackDown, but given the fact that they switched him off, it is very possible that, I really wanted them to switch off, is what I'm saying. These niggas laying on the roadie. Stop it. Anyway, Damian Priest is going to be on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Drip Rollins, a.k.a. the Messiah, is going to be on Monday Night Raw. Now, we all know that Seth was drafted today and Edge was drafted Friday, which means their entire feud is moving to Monday Night Raw. Now, that's one thing I did not plan for. I wanted Edge to stay on SmackDown. I felt like that was a better fit. But it's cool. I'm glad that this feud is going to stay going, and they're probably going to end it at Crown Jewel instead of at Extreme Rules like I wanted. They're going to end it at Crown Jewel more than likely. And if that is the case, good luck to Edge, because he's going to win, and you're going to see the change of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is going to begin a whole new journey, probably into a new character. You will see. The biggest shocking pickup of the night is Gable Steveson. Now, if you don't know who Gable Steveson is, he's the Olympic gold medalist that won at the Olympic Games in Tokyo this past summer. Gable Stevenson has been featured on WWE for quite some time, even getting into what? Didn't get into a Twitter beef with somebody on Twitter, Jake Hagar, the AEW clown. Jake Hagar. He got into it. Yeah, the one with the list.
Mm-hmm.
He got into it with Gable Stevenson, telling him he's pretty much picking the wrong side. When in all actuality, Gabe Stevenson picked the right side. Gabe Stevenson is going to be a part of the Raw brand. Now, when he debuts, it's totally up to WWE and him, but we all know that he is going to debut on the Raw brand. Now, when and how and the type of character he'll have, it's totally up to Gable and totally up to WWE. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. This is a very odd thing for WWE to do. Somebody like Gable, who has no experience in entertainment style wrestling, it's a very unique push to put him right there on the main roster, but it shows that they understand that he's going to be a draw, big, small, little, or indifferent. He most definitely is going to be a draw, and they need him on that roster to help level things out. And I don't know how they're going to book him, but he's going to be booked, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Whoo! Let me see some of y'all comments. Watch Sammy be like they draft for him last and then insert conspiracy. Girl, Liv got drafted to Raw. Can I watch? Okay. I don't like that KO didn't really get a reaction. Like the crowd was not giving. They didn't give a reaction because it was Akira Tozawa. I don't think it really had anything to do with Kevin Owens. I think it was more to do with Akira Tozawa, but they didn't give him nothing they should have. Anyway, Bobby Lashley was also drafted back to Monday Night Raw. No surprise there. And Omos and AJ Styles were drafted back to Monday Night Raw. No surprise there in that either. Seeing as how AJ Styles wants nothing to do with Paul Heyman. And like I told y'all before, he'd rather leave than to be around Heyman. So, of course, he is not going to be drafted to SmackDown while Heyman is still there working and featured on television. He is not doing it. He is not with the shits. Okay. And like I said before, KO was drafted. I think I put KO in here. There we go. So those are all the Raw draft picks. Miz, I don't see Morrison over there. Veer, Dolph Ziggler, and Rude. That's why they was on Raw today. Mia Yim. Tamina was drafted to Raw. Dana Brooke was drafted to Raw. Tegan was drafted. So they just split up Tegan Knox and Blackheart. So Jinder Mahal, Shanky, Natalya, and Shotzi were drafted to SmackDown. Can I stop watching this now? Please. Can I please stop watching this now? Because ma'ams and sirs. I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'll be 100% honest. I knew that the supplemental draft was happening. I knew it was possible. But, yeah. Anyways, let me find a photo so I can put it up in here. Hell no. They wrong as two left shoes for that. Anyway, so The Demon Finn Balor is going to appear on Monday Night Raw very soon. So that part is cool. Okay, so it's over and done with. Awesome. They took all day to just tell you that, like, they took all day to say, just to tell you that, they was Raw. They just, it took all day to tell us who was drafted and who wasn't. Okay. What is the beef? I feel like you told me and I forgot. So back during the pandemic era, when the Goodfellas, the Good Brothers were still on the show, they were still on the brand. Okay, Tammy and Walker on there again. What y'all in? Anyway, they were firing people, and AJ Styles went to Paul Heyman and said, "Hey, listen, I don't want the Good Brothers to be fired. I brought them here on the goodwill that y'all would take care of them. For the most part, y'all have done that. But now I'm hearing rumblings that y'all might cut them, and I don't want them to be cut. Please make sure that you take this to the higher ups." Paul Heyman, pretty much was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. They're not going to be cut. Don't worry about it. I got it." And lo and behold, they did get cut. And he pretty much lied. He pretty much said he wasn't going to cut them, when in all actuality, he had every intention to cut them. AJ Styles was pissed because he promised the Good Brothers that, and it was his word against theirs. He promised them that he would not cut. They would not get cut like that. They wouldn't get fired like that. And they did get fired. So he was very upset. So he told WWE he doesn't want anything to do with Paul Heyman. He doesn't want to work around him or with him. That's why he left the Raw brand in the beginning and was sent to SmackDown. As soon as he got the opportunity, when they did the actual draft, and Paul Heyman was over there on SmackDown with Roman, AJ Styles got drafted immediately. He either got I think he got traded, but he left. He was gone. He did not stay anywhere Heyman was. He was moved immediately. And that's the reason why. The Good Brothers signed, were promised something, but Paul, and then didn't happen, and they left. They weren't promised anything other than to keep their jobs. They were promised they weren't going to be fired. And Paul Heyman made sure they got fired. That's the reason why he's upset with him. Yeah, that should be all the drafts for the show. Liv, Mia, Tamina, Tegan are on Raw. I didn't need that refresher. I was watching Peacock, so I saw it. Some more superstars got drafted. I just sent you the list. I'm watching it. I just watched it on Peacock. I just watched it. Did you hear anything? I don't think anybody hears me. I literally just watched it. I watched it on the Peacock network, verbatim. Watched it. I was watching it. Am I not coming in clear? Babe, am I not coming in clear?
Apparently not.
Oh. Okay. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. I literally read off all of the draft. Didn't I say everybody that was in the pictures that came up on Peacock TV?
Yeah.
I literally said everybody's name. Some of y'all might have been late, but I did. I was I literally said them all, like rattled them off. I remember AJ getting traded. I just never knew the backstory was all. Oh, that's what happened. That's the reason why he got traded to SmackDown, was because of Paul. When Paul resigned as the executive over SmackDown, and he decided to become an on-screen personality instead, he stayed on SmackDown pretty much. And then when he popped up on alluding to the fact that he was going to be with Roman. By then, I believe AJ Styles had been moved to SmackDown. I'm not sure. It kind of gets mixed up. But y'all know. Shit. Anyway. Oh, you heard me? Good. Good. I thought maybe something was wrong with my microphone. Is something wrong with my microphone? Because I don't think nobody can hear me. I remember AJ said he likes being on Raw so he can be home with his kids. I can tell you right now, the schedule for Raw and SmackDown is exactly the same. And I highly doubt that it has anything to do with his children. I highly doubt that because their schedules are the same. They're just as strenuous as it is on Raw as it is on SmackDown. So I disagree with that. Even if he said it, it's bullshit. He doesn't want to be on SmackDown because Paul Heyman is over there. Otherwise, I guarantee you he would have been traded to SmackDown. Because his little bit with, Omos and them having this run around with Randy Orton and RK Bro is getting tired. They got to do something with AJ. He should have been put on Damian Priest by now. Rhea and Ash, the only women's tag team right now, right? I mean, I guess they'll put together another set of teams. They're real good at doing that. No, Io and Zoe. Well, as far as the main roster is concerned, technically, yeah. I mean, they're probably going to put Zelina Vega and Carmella together. They can do that. I mean, what else? Ugh. Hey, Don. Nobody care about Monique and her busted ass buns. Nobody cares about that bitch. All right, so I ran down all of the draft picks for SmackDown and Raw. I will compile them all together and try to post them on my Instagram page. It has been a long day, rather a long night. Okay? It has been real long. Oh, they gave you a full-on picture. All right. Yes, WWE. Give us all the picks. Put them all together. So they're showing us all the champions and all the potential champions. Because that's pretty much what it is. Carmella love her some animal print. I'm going to need for her to stay away from all that. Oh. Ryan Popular is eerily obsessed with Sasha Banks, and I really don't like that. I don't like that too much. Where there can only be one team. Well, there can only be one team can be tag champs. I'm watching Raw. I'm still watching Raw. Okay, it's gonna be a long night for you. I would join, but my iPhone won't let me be great when it comes to StreamYard. Child. Dakota posted she a free agent. Well, Dakota didn't get drafted, so Dakota could very well be a free agent. If I was WWE, if I was SmackDown, I would draft Dakota and let her be on SmackDown. I don't have a problem with Dakota. I don't know why she wasn't drafted. It's very interesting to me. She wasn't in the supplemental draft and she wasn't drafted overall. Like, even Tegan got drafted in the supplemental draft. And to be honest with you, they could have kept Tegan's ass the way that they booked Shotzi and Tegan was really ignorant. They gave them 2 tag team wins and individual wins over Tamina and Natalya. They completely bypassed them and gave the championship shot to Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. They should have allowed Shotzi and Tegan to get the opportunity to be the tag team champions. They had already beaten them multiple times over. So it wasn't fair to them to just bypass them like that and then give everything to fucking Rhea. Rhea Ripley just came out of the damn title scene. And it's no shade to Rhea, but goddamn, shit. Is the rest of us gonna get a chance to live? Oh boy. Anyways, like I said, Finn Balor's supposed to come to Raw. He has been drafted, so he will pop up on Monday Night Raw eventually, probably next week or maybe the week after. Maybe he'll come after Crown Jewel. We never know. But what we do know is the draft is finally over, and we can go back to some normalcy. Now, what I do want to talk about is the Queen's Crown. They won championship opportunities and still got skipped. Yes, sir. I hope they use Liv Morgan. You mean Liv Morgan? The right way on Monday Night Raw. She should have stayed on SmackDown. What's she gonna get on SmackDown that she not gonna get on Monday Night Raw? Yeah, she did look at her like that. I'm asking a legit question, Jonelle, because I really want to know. What do you think Liv is gonna get on SmackDown that she wouldn't get on Monday Night Raw? Ace is just greasy. So nothing. No answer, no response. All right, cool. I just want to understand what she would get on SmackDown that she wouldn't get on Raw, and nobody has an answer for me. All right, cool. Now, Don wants a donut. That's another thing he wants people to know. Awesome sauce. Okay, so the Queen's Crown tournament is going to happen. He said, but we don't have vegetable oil. The Queen's Crown tournament is going to happen. When is SmackDown's? Hey Google, when does Friday Night SmackDown debut?
Next week.
October 4th, 2019. According to Wikipedia, SmackDown would debut on October 4th, 2019, with its first episode being the 20th anniversary special.
Today is October 4th.
And they're supposed to.
We're talking about this Friday.
The new season starting next Friday.
Next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
New season of SmackDown. When the Ozark start back up?
Who did what up?
The Ozark.
Oh, I
The
think
fuck you
next
can't
year.
hear what I'm saying. Okay, so the Queen's Crown tournament is set to debut next Friday. Not this Friday coming, but next Friday, as is the King of the Ring tournament. So we got the Queen's Crown and we got King of the Ring. Okay, so who do y'all think is going to be in the Queen's Crown tournament? Let's start with the girls. Let's start with the girls first. Okay, so let's go to Twitter. Okay, and pull up the rosters. So they just released all the info. Okay, hold on, y'all. What was I looking at? And they just, okay. So they got the whole draft roster right here. All right. So let's get into it. Okay. Okay. So Donnie says Liv's going to be in it. I think Liv definitely is going to be in it. Babe, can I have one of my notebooks and a pen? I'll write these picks down so I can reference it once it's time to come back and talk to you heifers again. I need a pen. It's a whole stand back there with a bunch of pens in it. It's behind your damn. Are you sure it works?
I don't know.
Oh, so I gotta figure it out.
I can't pause it and test it.
Okay, great. I'm glad you was able to play your game. All right, so Liv Morgan. Let's go back up because I'm missing some of y'all's comments. Zelina, yeah, she's gonna be in it. They keep advertising her big-headed ass to be in it. Naomi, Sonya probably gonna pull her ass out of the tournament. Shayna, Carmella, anybody who not in the title scene right now is probably gonna be in the Queen's Crown tournament. Shayna might win the crown, so it can add to her Queen of Spades moniker. Queen versus Queen for the SmackDown Women's title. Well, if that's the case, then fucking Charlotte can win the Queen's crown. I mean, she called herself the Queen too. Toni Storm. Okay. Since she's tied with Sonya. Mia. Well, it's a good way to introduce her, I guess. Shayna. Well, if Shayna makes an excuse to keep her out somehow, yeah, well, Sonya might. Tegan. Okay. We don't even know Mia still existed. Well, y'all ain't seen Zaya in a long time, didn't know she existed either. Shit. But in her defense, she has been wrestling on main event and dark matches. Mia haven't been doing any of that. Sonya will definitely try to screw Naomi out of the tournament to add some more heat. Shotzi. Okay. Now, they're not announcing the rules for this yet, so Zaya. They split up every single women's tag team sans the champs. Yep. Also, is Dakota not getting called up? She didn't get drafted. So, I don't know. I guess we have to wait and see. Well, so let's look at the rest of the roster for SmackDown. Since most of these people are on SmackDown, with the exception of Carmella, Zelina, Mia, and Tegan, everybody else is on SmackDown. So Aaliyah is back there. Aaliyah, B-Fab, everybody else we mentioned with the exception of Natalya. Natalya definitely gonna be in that Queen's Crown. Whether she win it or not, she's most likely gonna be in it. They're gonna announce the rules to this tournament, unlike AEW's Eliminator Tournament. Child, at this point, do whatever you want to do. I don't give a shit. If Xavier Woods don't win, I could see Cesaro winning King of the Ring. Maybe. They may put him back with Sheamus and let them run back as the Bar. Now, let's go to the Raw women's side. For the women, you have Bliss over there, but she's supposed to be out for the next couple of months. You have Tamina. Let me see. There are not a lot of women on this roster. Bliss, Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, Mia Yim, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Nia Jax, she's out, Nikki Ash, Rhea Ripley, Tegan Nox, Carmella, Zelina Vega, and that's it. So we already know Nikki Ash and Rhea probably are not competing. Tamina may compete. Nia Jax is out, so she can't compete. I'm still mad at that. You still mad about that Eliminator Tournament? Really? Let it go. So it looks like this Queen's Crown tournament is going to be really interesting because there's not going to be a lot of competitors because there aren't enough competitors on the roster. Women's rise, most of the rosters are made up of male competitors for SmackDown and for Raw. SmackDown is even worse when you're looking at the people who were drafted overall. You have Aaliyah, B-Fab, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Toni Storm, Naomi, Natalya, and Xia Li, and Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair. So there's not a lot of women. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 women on SmackDown's roster. And on Raw's roster, Aaliyah. Damn, they got no knees on the flagship. Is Raw really the flagship? Because for the last year, SmackDown's been the flash. SmackDown is the flagship. Raw is the secondary. I'm sorry. Natty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And Raw has 14 women to SmackDown's 9. One person I did forget was Piper. So Piper's probably going to be in the tournament. They might pair Piper against Shayna Baszler. in the tournament, which would be a good way to give us the fight we've been, wanting to see. But also put it in a tournament. That'd be kind of cool. So I forgot about Piper. Piper's probably gonna be in the tournament. Mia might not be in it. She might not be in the tournament. I think Piper will be in it. I think Tamina and Natalya will be in it. So I'm gonna put checks by their names. Natalya will probably be in it. I will put Naomi in it, even if she doesn't win it. I will put her in it anyway, and have Sonya cost her match. Liv will probably be in it. Zelina will more than likely be in it. So will Carmella. They're probably gonna give it to either Zelina or Carmella. Shayna will probably be in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that's 8 superstars, and I don't know if they're gonna extend the Queen's Crown out, but it seems like King of the Ring is gonna end. It's supposed to end the week of the 21st, which is 2 weeks from now. Me personally, I don't know. I think I would have it extend out further than that, not only let it be 2 weeks. But it seems like they're going to have only 8 competitors competing, and with the way this stacks up, Liv is on Raw, Zelina's on Raw, Naomi's on SmackDown, Shayna's on SmackDown, Carmella's on Raw, Natalya's on SmackDown, Tamina's on Raw, and Piper's on Raw. It's not super even, but it's pretty even. So, yeah. Them's the breaks. For the men, it's too many men to fucking figure out where they gonna be at. It's just too many of them. The reality is it's easier to pick out the women than it is the men. But since y'all brought up the men, let's talk about them. So Cesaro, y'all think are going to be in the King of the Ring. Xavier, of course, is going to be in it. I think Jinder is going to be in it. If I had to pick like 8 names, so that's 3 from SmackDown. Let's pick one more. Let's put Sheamus in there. So we got 4 from SmackDown, and then we're gonna put 4 from Raw. We're gonna put 4 from Raw in here. So let's do Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
Apollo Crews. Let's put Chad Gable back in there. If we're gonna do 8 even. And then a final pick for Raw. Let's put Karrion Kross in there. Let's put those 4 together. All right. Maybe Sheamus as a one-off. He wouldn't be a one-off. He'd be a good one. He's a former champion. I'm pretty sure they're going to put Corbin in here somewhere and not use my picks. But also, why they split Jinder from his henchmen, they only put Veer on Raw and left Shanky and Jinder together. Veer doesn't need Jinder, quite frankly. Veer's just fine on his own. I don't know how they're going to book Veer, but Veer's a powerhouse, so I don't have a problem with him being out of Jinder Mahal's shadow. I don't have a problem with that. Keith Lee would be a good pick to put into. He'd be a good pick to win if you really want to know the truth. So I let Keith Lee be in the tournament over Apollo Crews. So let's just switch them out. Put Keith Lee in there. He was already King of the Ring, and they beat that storyline to death. Yeah, well, Sheamus was also a former King of the Ring. So, there you go. Oh, they have personalities. I did not know that. Veer is Veer actually has a tag team partner, but I believe WWE let him go for leaking Keith Lee's win at the Great American Bash
That was his tag partner.
Yeah, it was his. It was a couple years ago. He leaked it, and they were very, very upset by that. And because it ruined Keith Lee's moment, and of course the blogs picked it up and ran with it before we could even see it happen. That was when they was still taping everything.
Yeah.
And he got fired after that. They tried to salvage. I guess they were like trying to see which was a decent punishment for him. Quite frankly, I think a suspension would have worked. I don't think they should have fired him, but I understand why. It ruined an entire show for everyone. And we all saw Keith Lee's picture. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
So I understand why they fired him. I just wish, like, maybe a few months off without pay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to generally ruin someone's chances at wrestling, but I always thought that tag team was very good. I thought them being with Michael Bivens was a bit weird because I don't think that they fit well together. But, I mean, Malcolm Bivens is his name, but Veer works fine. Veer can be a very good character if he can talk on his own. If not, he can always get a valet or a manager. Like, USA Network is not mad about managers. Like, they just want wrestling to be successful for them. They don't give a shit what they do, as long as they make the show, the channel, money, and they keep making high ratings on the show. So give Veer a good manager and have him make a push for the US title before Keith Lee does. Or you can have him go up against Keith Lee. Veer's a very good wrestler. So he said, I thought it was just thing 1 and thing 2. Ciao. You ain't shit. They stayed pairing Michael Bivens with whoever. His name is Malcolm. I misspoke. But I'm just glad he was on television with someone, but I thought that was an odd pairing for him. I don't really like him being with Diamond Mine either, but a lot of people love it. But whatever. I didn't know Rinku got released. I thought him and Veer had been on Raw this whole time. No. Rinku got released. He is gone, as far as I know. I don't know if they decided if they're going to rehire him back, but they've been releasing people for so long. Like, I highly doubt it. It is Shanky. That's the guy that he was with. It was Shanky, Jinder, and Veer. Shanky is now just with Jinder on SmackDown, and Veer is on Raw by himself. So that's how that goes. So I'm gonna make a fake bracket and post it and see what you guys think of my matchups and where it could end up and who could possibly become the King of the Ring and, of course, the Queen's Crown. Who can gain the Queen's Crown? I really like the Queen's Crown logo. I want somebody to make a crown like this. This is fucking dope. I'm gonna go to Etsy and see if they can make a crown like this. See how much this would cost. I wear it just to shit on somebody. I got my crown before you, bitch. Anyway. So, yes. Hello, Joe. How are you? Raw was okay. It wasn't better than SmackDown for sure. SmackDown was a better show through and through. Raw had its moments, but it was okay. I hope that's how the actual crown looked, right? Right? The Queen's Crown. The Queen's Crown. I can't wait. I'm going to go get that crown made. I'm going to go to Etsy and see if I can find a crown maker. I already got to get one made for myself. I need to figure out what I'm going to wear for this outfit for this photo shoot, Jared. What am I going to do?
Yeah, you got to figure out something.
I don't want to do too many outfit changes. I ain't going to be able to change out of stuff, child. I gotta put stuff up. I got a lot of girdle to put on, child. And then I got to hike it up, then suck it in. You know, that's what happens when you're chunky, but you gotta do a lot of work. But you still gotta look svelte. You know, you gotta take that air in and go. and then walked. Oh, Lord have mercy. I am okay. I'm a little tired from being on live for 3 hours talking about talking about Raw. But I'm going to finish doing this review of Monday Night Raw. So it was okay. And I put a picture up. I'm going to show everybody in this live because y'all probably some of y'all probably didn't watch the first live, okay? But I was talking about Charlotte and how she was telling Bianca to kiss her ass, Jared. And I was like, I don't know what she gonna kiss. She ain't got nothing. And then I found a picture that I thought accurately represented Charlotte. Her derriere.
Non-derriere.
Yeah, Jared, look.
That's about right. Get on Hank Hill boot.
I'm so sorry. Charlotte, honey, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh shit. I love Monday Night Raw. It was okay to me. I mean, it wasn't a bad show. It was okay. I felt like they could have just opened with the draft instead of opening it up with Becky. Becky ruined the draft by just telling everybody she was drafted number 1. I was like, girl, go sit down and let them do the draft. Shit, Charlotte didn't even do that. Roman didn't even do that. Roman let them call his name, and then he came out there and talked his shit, okay? Like, damn, let them do what they want. We didn't have to see her that early. I'm sorry, it was too early. Not a pancake, but Char got that invert. Oh, no.
You do with the inverted ass? Inverted cheeks?
Becky Reyes was fine. Don't bring up mass. It gives me nightmares. Child. Okay. So, like I said, Monday Night Raw was cool. We had a couple matches. One match that was really weird, that was super, super short and really weird, was Humberto Carrillo's match. Who was the tag team? Who was the tag team that was going up against?
Shit, I don't know.
Who did Humberto and them wrestle? Do anybody remember? I'm not saying that. No.
Oh, he just died.
Who did Humberto and them wrestle, babe?
I honestly don't remember.
Do anybody in the chat know who Humberto wrestled? Oh, thank you, Joe. It was Mustafa and Mansoor. It was such a weird match. Like, that match it wasn't even long enough for you to consider it a match. It was so quick. And I was just like, what the fuck? What just happened? Like, they moved all of the teams to SmackDown. So all the tag teams are on SmackDown with the exception of the Street Profits, New Day, and like RK Bro and AJ Styles and Omos. Everybody else is on SmackDown outside of Lucha House Party, which they didn't get drafted. I know that Grand Metalik requested to be released. I know that, but I don't remember Lince Dorado saying he wanted to be released. But they were not drafted. Lucha House Party was not drafted in the supplemental draft, nor were they drafted in the main draft. So that's very, very interesting. They may be leaving WWE very, very soon. Don't know. But we're going to wait and see, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yeah, it was Ali and Mansoor. New name for white people, dollop of Daisy. Oh, put it in the book. I'm putting it in there. I'm putting it in there. Not a dollop of Daisy.
Fucking Daisy Dollar.
This dollop of Daisy, bitch. Yes! Rico! Clutch time. I love it. I love it. I'll put Rico name by name. He gonna get credit every time I say that shit. Yes. Your eternal slumber. Oh, yes. All right. He said, I stay with the nicknames, period. Period. All right. So now we has nothing to talk about. Now, let's do something fun. Let's talk about this. I saw this on WWE Fox. I didn't get the chance to post to my Instagram because Instagram is acting like a little period bitch today. She was very much hormonal. That hoe was very much leaking. She needs to get it together. Pad, tampon, cup, something. Okay? I don't know what's going on, but she's very, very hormonal today. Okay? I'm real concerned for the free agents. Ciao. I'm not concerned for the free agents. I believe they will be placed wherever they need to be. They filled out the rosters. Now they're going to move forward with the ones who are filled out, and then the other ones will be placed where necessary. I don't think Dakota's going to be off the roster for a while. I mean, Brock Lesnar's a free agent. So, the nicknamers. All right. If you could change one match outcome from WWE history, what would it be? I'll tell y'all right now. It would be 2019's match at WWE's WrestleMania with Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Ronda Rousey. I would change that outcome. Yes, I would. First of all, that whole match would be changed. The whole fucking match. Charlotte wouldn't be anywhere near that match.
Nope, Charlotte be going against whoever won that Battle Royal that Rumble eliminated and Naomi Long was a part of.
First of all, Charlotte would have never had the title because she went after Asuka to get that title and got the title from her. So the first thing I would change, since we're going back in history, is I would never give Charlotte Flair the title to begin with. If they wanted to add Charlotte to the title scene and make her a champion or make her be a part of the history, all they had to do was put the bitch in the match. They did not have to add that title to that match. Okay? They could have, very much so, have just added Charlotte Flair to the match and had it been a triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship, not a triple threat match, winner take all. It was unnecessary and it was over the top and it blew the whole asshole out the whole show. We was tired, exhausted, and not interested by the time that match came up.
Hell, everybody was so
we were still hyped and happy. We were still hyped from Kofi, which that should have been the main event. And it was a better match. But I digress. First thing I would change would be Charlotte Flair getting that title from Asuka. That's the first thing that would change. She would not get that title from her. Not even close. Yeah. Yeah, Gable got drafted.
That would be by herself.
No, Gable. Gable Steveson.
Oh, okay.
The Olympic wrestler.
Gotcha.
The Alpha Academy got drafted in the supplemental draft Saturday morning on Talking Smack. Now, I would have Charlotte compete to go up against Asuka again, and then you would have Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. I would have Asuka go over on Charlotte, so it'd be even kill. Both of them have a win over the other, and then y'all can figure it out from there. I will also, another match I would change. I will go back in time and change. I would not have Charlotte Flair beat Asuka to take her record from her. I would have gave that to somebody else. It would not have been Charlotte. I don't understand why Charlotte had to be the one, but I would not have done that. Especially with her going on the road that they went. Like I would have stuck with Charlotte losing to her at WrestleMania and then moving forward with ending her streak at a different pay-per-view. More than likely at SummerSlam or Royal Rumble rather than having it end at WrestleMania. It didn't seem right. Like I said, I would have Charlotte removed from that match, and it would just be Becky versus Charlotte one-on-one. Now, prior to that match, I would have had Becky and Charlotte compete with each other and I wouldn't have had Becky break her nose either. That would have been changed. I want to change a lot of shit. I would have changed Becky's nose being broken so they could have that fucking match at Survivor Series. Okay? Because them having that match, Charlotte having that match with Ronda at Survivor Series put a lot of shit in motion that didn't need to be put in motion. So that would change for me too. But I would let the win of that match be the same. I let Becky go over. She was high at the time, and Ronda was on her way out. So it didn't matter that Becky was going to get the title. I ain't mad at it. In my natty voice, bone breakers, title takers, history makers, we are the nicknameettes. Not the nicknameettes.
Oh, wow.
We ain't nicknaming. We the nicknameettes. Nicknameettes. We're the nicknameettes. Boy, we'll make you happy.
No. None of that.
We're the nicknameettes. What?
No.
Nicknames will never leave you.
They ain't leaving today.
He started it.
No.
I'm still mad at James Helms for that. Because that whole take the belt off Oscar before Mania was his idea. The whole match was his idea. Everything.
So he need to be shot in the face repeatedly on title.
Not shot in the face. I would have had Brett win the Montreal Screwjob, maybe. Nah. I'd leave that where it's at. Like, that's an iconic point in history. And one thing Marvel has taught us is you don't change points in history. That's a bad movie.
That right there's an absolute point in time.
An absolute point in time. I would have made Sasha the one. I would change the outcome of Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. I would let Kurt Angle win. Me too. That was a stupid match. I would have made Sonya and Mandy's the inaugural tag team champs. That ain't a bad change, Don. I don't know if I'm mad. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. I like that. The Sonya and Mandy did a good job in that elimination chamber. They really did an amazing job. I was very proud of them. What you looking at? Huh?
Trying to figure out what the hell's going on. over
My
there.
stuff. I'm looking at my stuff. Don't worry about it.
Look the other way.
I'm going my bag. Did you eat all my watermelon?
No. Hell, I forgot you had the damn thing.
Good. Ever see my watermelons again?
Telling me about no watermelon.
Excuse you? You steal candy, Jerry. You do it all the time. Come on. Well, you wrong watermelon. Acting like a nigga. I know you. I don't think I've ever seen the match. You've never seen the Montreal Screwjob, but you want to see that outcome changed in history. Why? If you've never seen it, why do you want to see it changed? I also would change Undertaker's undefeated streak. I would not let Brock Lesnar be the one. I would have gave that to Roman and let him go full on heel from there. Who do you want to do it?
Nobody. He would have retired undefeated at WrestleMania.
He didn't want to retire
I don't give
undefeated.
a damn what he wanted.
Oh, hold on, why you got so much bass in your voice?
I'm just saying, we checked the history. I don't care what you want. You retired undefeated.
But why you got so much stank on it?
I was like, putting stank on.
You want to fight?
What kind of fight?
Not the kind you want.
Oh, well, then, no, I want to fight you.
Okay then. Take some of that bass out your voice when you talking to me. So okay. Shit. Mandy sacrificed her whole ponytail for that. That ponytail sacrificed itself.
Oh my God.
She should have came out there. She should have known better. Period, Aaliyah. Or I would have had them win it when the opportunity came the first time and made them the longest reigning. Oh, instead of the Iconics. I'm still mad about Brock versus Undertaker at WrestleMania because everyone was shocked that Undertaker streak was broken at WrestleMania. I don't really know. It was like my knee-jerk reaction. I also would have done what Gerard said. I would have never booked that championship match for Asuka and Charlotte that Shane Helms came up with. He came up with that match too? Yeah, they should have pulled the trigger on a heel Roman turn at WrestleMania 33. The This Is My Yard was perfect, but they were too scared. That ponytail said, "We're not taking this fall with you, period." Oh. I see what you mean, Don. Excuse me. I wish Owen Hart didn't execute that power driver on Stone Cold at SummerSlam. That shit hurts to watch. No, I wish they didn't make him go on that zip line on that rope because it did he wasn't secure and he ended up dying. It's just wrong. If Trish could leave with the women's championship, The Undertaker could have left undefeated. I didn't say he couldn't be undefeated. I said he didn't want to be. He wanted to have someone be him. He wanted to be CM Punk, and they said no.
Another thing, too, I would have had Mickie James beat or tie what's next record before Charlotte took it.
I would have Mickie beat her record before Charlotte got to that record. I would have had Mickie beat that record a long time ago. First of all, another match I would change is I would have Mickie go over on Bliss and get that damn title from her because she deserved to get it. I would have had her. Charlotte wouldn't have won the match with Carmella and Becky. No, I would have had Becky win that match. The Miz versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Miz should have won that match. That I agree with.
Yeah, you should have. Shane's acting like a dickhead.
They don't never let Miz get no traction when he's a face. Never. He be an underdog 100%
And the crowd
as a face.
The crowd be behind him and everything.
And he get all of the crowd behind him. He's heavily cheered, heavily loved, and they still treat him like garbage. They don't give Miz shit as a face. Nothing. that hot potato that happened between Charlotte and Sasha in 2016, I liked it. I didn't have no problem with it.
It was for hot potato.
I don't care.
It's hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato.
I can't sing my song, but you can sing yours.
That's what they was doing with the belt.
Okay, and they was with the nickname X. So what's the difference? And yours not?
I didn't make up the song.
Oh, so because I made it up, it's stupid. Well, because you learned it from the internet, it can be sang.
No, with the nickname X is still done. I don't like it.
Y'all hold on a minute. Because he getting on my damn... Matter of fact, you finna lay down in about 30 minutes. Don't say nothing to me. Because you started this shit. Sasha should have been the inaugural Raw champ. Yup. Yup. Nia would have won against Alexa Bliss at Extreme Rules. I have to agree.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole. Big brother Jar getting cussed out. I ain't cuss him out. He messing with me on purpose. That's all right, because his black ass getting ready to go to bed. And I got something for your ass. Oh, I got winter fresh in here.
You forgot you had it in there?
Mm-hmm.
That whole bag smelled like Winterfresh. How you forget it was in there?
I ain't open this bag. It's 3 packs of winter fresh. You want a pack? You welcome.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Why you acting like a dick tonight, Jared? Huh?
What?
You're acting like a dick.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
Good for some Sixty Friday.
That ain't my fault. And she said, "Ooh, woo!" Bianca and Charlotte were wrestling until Crossfire got involved. I would have had the triple threat women's match at WrestleMania 32, the main event over Roman Reigns and Triple H 100%. Hell no. Hell no. No, I'm not doing that. Ridge Holland was a random ass draft pick. Right? I thought I was the only one. I was just like, wow, why? Of all of the people. You wanted Snooki to have a developmental contract?
Oh, but yeah.
And you gonna keep singing it?
I'm done. That's the last one.
I don't know if I agree with that. Okay. Y'all say so. I was like, so what Pete gonna do? What he always do is be Pete Dunne.
You?
No.
Okay.
She wasn't bad in her match. I didn't say she was bad. Never said that. He will just keep shrugging at the camera. Oh, that's shady as fuck. Snooki was good and she loves wrestling. I would have given her a contract. Well, from what everybody was telling me, they don't want celebrities in wrestling. Celebrities don't belong in wrestling.
Way Bad Bunny, stay home.
Snooki did okay in her wrestling match that she had. I believe it was at WrestleMania. She did all right. I ain't have a problem with it. It's just I don't want to watch Snooki wrestle. Not on a weekly basis. Sad LA Knight didn't get drafted. Facts. I wanted LA Knight on the Raw roster immediately. He needs to go. They won't listen to me. I love Pete. Yeah, I'm sure you do, but that was shady. I don't care what you say. Shock Gable is skipping developmental from what it seems. He got drafted. Seems like they're gonna put his ass right out there. They're not giving him no PC, no NXT. I would have loved to have seen him go up against Brian Brecker, to be honest with you. But they ain't doing that. I got Nicole on my side. That's all that matters. I'm willing to stand on my hill by myself. I have no problem with that. I usually do stand on my hill by myself. Not a match, but I would have kept Billy Kay. 100% agree with that. Billy Kay could have been a good manager for somebody. He and Frankie got no business being in NXT. I don't know why they're holding her in NXT. I thought for sure during the supplemental draft that she would get drafted there. I really was expecting her to get drafted tonight on Raw. But Raw seemed like to make the draft an afterthought. They didn't really make it the focal point of the show like they did on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. SmackDown made that the central aspect of their show.
And they had more rounds on Raw than they did on SmackDown.
Right, they had, 6, 7 rounds?
6,
Was it 6? They had 6 rounds, and they still... And Lacey Evans didn't get drafted. Am I crazy? Did y'all see Lacey Evans get drafted? Because look. Nia Jax's injured and her ass got drafted. Right?
You remember Nia drafted?
Nia got drafted.
I don't see that.
Her name is on this list. I ain't see Lacey Evans' name on this list. Lacey didn't get drafted. Bayley didn't get drafted either. No. She ain't had a baby yet. Well, Nia Jax ass injured. She's sitting at home with an injury per everybody else and her Instagram, her Twitter. She injured, but her name is on this damn list of the superstars who are still on the Raw roster. Her name is on there. Now, is she Bayley name? I ain't seen Bayley name on either of these lists.
Are we sure that's not a kayfabe injury?
Look.
You know what I'm saying with Nia?
I don't know what the injury is. The point I'm trying to make is that
if she injured, her name should be on the list.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree. Because Bayley didn't get drafted, and we all know Bayley hurt.
No, Bayley did not get drafted. Nia just got injured, though. Lacey has been inactive for a while now. But that don't make sense, Nicole. If you injured, you injured. You should not be eligible to be drafted. Even if it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, you shouldn't be eligible. She was still a Raw roster superstar. She's just inactive because she's pregnant. Like, she did not get drafted. But Lacey gonna be out for like another year or so. Yeah. Draft her ass back to Raw. Shit. No, Dakota did not get drafted. Neither did anybody in Lucha House Party get drafted. I don't really know who else is left on the roster who didn't get drafted.
That's the difference.
Well, let me see. Eva Marie was not drafted either. So Eva Marie wasn't drafted. Jackson Riker wasn't drafted.
He can get fired.
Graham Metalik wasn't drafted. R-Truth didn't get drafted.
He can retire.
Shelton Benjamin didn't get drafted. Well, maybe he did. He might have got drafted in a supplemental draft. Yeah, he did get drafted in a supplemental draft. Shane Thorne wasn't drafted. They didn't draft The Miz. Well, yes, they did. They drafted him in the supplemental, and they drafted Morrison in the supplemental draft.
You got no grits. How did that happen? Got in the corner.
Elias didn't get drafted. Drake Maverick didn't get drafted. As far as I can remember. R-Truth was drafted to Raw.
Was he really?
Nope, Oscar didn't get drafted. Dakota didn't get drafted. Oscar didn't get drafted. But she's also injured. Were there any call-ups aside from Xia Li and Ridge? No. Not on Raw's draft, it wasn't.
Rich Holland got called up.
Except for Austin Theory was drafted Friday. Hit Row was drafted Friday. So it seems like, let me look at the rosters. It seems like out of all of the NXT people, Theory, if you count Carrion, he's a part of it, I guess.
I wouldn't.
Theory, Carrion, and that's it. Theory and Carrion are on the
Raw
roster. And then for SmackDown, you have Holland, Xia Li, Aaliyah, Hit Row, yeah, they have them up here individually. You have Holland, Lee, and Hit Row.
Oh, fuck me.
They were the ones who were called up, and Aaliyah. Everybody else, so you got Aaliyah, Xia, Hit Row, Hit Row's made up of what, 5 people?
4. Oh,
That's 7 people on SmackDown from Ridge Holland. Like Ridge Holland, Lee, Hit Row.
Wow, I thought it was 4.
It's 5.
period. Seriously.
Swerve, Adonis, Top Dollar.
Big fat.
It's
Oh, it is.
4.
So it's Holland, Swerve, Adonis, B-Fab, Top Dollar, Xylee, and Aaliyah. It's still 7 people. 7 people from NXT adjacent. Because some of these people were already off NXT. Some people coming from development to the main roster. They went to SmackDown, and on Raw, you have Theory, Karrion, and that's it. They only got 2. Unless you're going to count Mia Yim, which technically she was
No.
already on the main roster.
Yeah, I wouldn't count me.
Jackson and Shelton were drafted in the supplemental to Raw.
Interesting.
Whatever.
That would be Pusha T.
The Ridge one is so fucking random. Drake Maverick didn't get drafted. The crowd
He
was
did.
legit
He got
chanting
drafted
LA
to
Night.
Raw.
Oh, I couldn't listen to the crowd because I was over here live and I didn't want them to shut my shit down. So I turned this down.
Pusha T made millions off the damn
Drake Maverick got drafted to Raw. I think he's in the supplemental draft.
Anyway. Also, shout out to the dude in the front row holding up the sign said Black Wrestling Draws. I have mixed
Yeah.
feelings about Black Wrestling Draws, the whole moniker, but I'm gonna let them have it. It's 4.
4 people on Hit Row.
Yes. I
Did you
think
make any
That was
switches?
from earlier.
Switches to what? Like switches to people who came up? Hell
No,
yeah,
probably.
because Frankie Monet and LA Knight would come up over Ridge Holland and
I
Austin
didn't get
Theory.
to see it, but Tirza said that they were legitimately chanting LA Knight.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know if I give her the Queen's crown.
She doesn't really need it.
Give me my headphones, please. Right there.
Like someone who needed like a Tegan or Shotzi or
Yeah, right now Frankie just needs
one of them
TV time.
girls.
I'd make her irritating nosy bitch.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about Gable Stevenson, especially from the shit that I've been seeing.
What you been seeing?
Yeah, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Apparently, he had a rape charge. I don't remember how long ago, but someone posted it, and he basically got out of the charge over a loophole intoxication thing.
Jesus.
So it's like, is this gonna be like another Moose?
I don't know. I don't see him throwing up bitches down the steps. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Jesus.
Okay, now I can hear. What is going on?
I just
What?
What is going on with Shut up. What is going on with Caleb Stevenson?
He has a race
That's
car.
what I just said.
No, I literally didn't hear because I was trying to get my headphones on.
So this is, you can find it on Twitter because a bunch of people were sharing it and retweeting it, but he was accused of raping some girl while he was in, I don't know, early part of college or something. The reason he got out of the charge because of some weird intoxication loophole law that they found for him, basically.
Okay. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's okay.
Again, I'll say allegedly, so don't nobody try to come for me. Allegedly.
That's ugly.
If anybody watches Jailbirds, the second season is on Netflix after 5 million years.
What the hell is Jailbirds? What is that?
It came out a couple years ago, and it's basically about people like in jail. Like, it's just like a documentary, and it's like funny. Like, it's not like, I don't know if it's meant to be funny, but it's just funny because they're all like ratchet and crazy and just like the weird day-to-day like actual lifestyle of someone who's like in jail. And then it goes in to like, you know, what do they do to get in there, and it's just like their day-to-day lives, and it's hilarious. Like, the one episode they were talking about how they talk through the toilet.
Oh, I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
They talk
These
through the
bitches
toilet.
talking through the toilet again. It's
And they get
and
real
I
deep.
was like, I needed to bleach my brain because I was like, I forgot how scary the first Conjuring was.
Oh hell no.
Shit get
No
real
ma'am.
real.
You was really trying to scare yourself.
Well, it was funny because we watched Scream, and then my one friend was like, I kind of want to watch something like actually scary, and then we couldn't figure out because I was like, well, I wanted to watch Halloween because I wanted to get sick because the new one comes out. And I was there like, I want to watch something actually scary. I was like, well, I want to watch Halloween. I want to see the new one, so I want to start rewatching all of them. And they were like, because our one friend didn't see The Conjuring. I think our other friend didn't see it either, so we were like watching it, and I was like, ooh, this is scary. Even though I've seen it before.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
This is some
Michael
scary
Jordan
shit.
got a fucking steakhouse?
Yes, it is. There's a new season. They're in a different city. I think, I don't know where they were at. They were like in Philadelphia or somewhere for that one, but they're in New Orleans for this season. She had a ratchet ass name. What was her name? It was
My
like
friend's
Trouble or
mom
like some
still
bullshit
won't
like
stop
that.
making fun of me for being scared of the dark. Child.
I think that's
I low key still am.
Hell yeah.
I'm quick to put a nightlight on. I don't give a shit.
I don't blame you.
I got blocked out curtains.
Hell no. That man's a fucking
My room
vampire.
is dark as hell. That's fucking.
I ain't going
My
to die.
girlfriend in 8th grade told me that. I like my lights low and my fan on.
I ain't going to die house.
Why?
My nigga might kill you or some shit.
Oh my gosh.
I have a lot of
Everything dark. You
psychopaths.
wake up to go to the bathroom. That's how you bust your toe on the bedpost because you can't see shit.
I mean, no, I know where my bed at.
Mm-mm,
I got this room
like
filled out like J Lo and enough.
he the type to put the damn sheet over the mirror, because he can't see himself. He's like a vampire. That's why he like it dark like that. You crazy. Something wrong with him.
I've been called that before.
That's kind of true.
They cracking me up talking through this toilet. Like I can't.
I'll bring up horror movies for them to watch, and she'll be like, "So that's okay, but the dark is still crazy. It's still scary." She got a point.
I mean, oh well.
She got a point.
If No For Real was a person,
It's
definitely
Just
a
a
would.
good
little
show,
picture
and
on
also
Netflix freaks me out.
what
They
I
keep
like about
recommending
it because, like I said, like it is funny, but at the same time, it really shows like the reality of people within the prison system because they do guys and girls, and it shows, and they follow multiple people who are in for multiple things, who are in jail for multiple amounts of time. Like you would literally have people in there from murder to um
Drug charge.
robbery, like and everything in between. Like it's fascinating.
Very, very interesting. One of the YouTubers I used to watch, she died a couple of days ago,
Oh, that's sad.
and I was like, "What happened?" It seemed like she was very sick, and she passed away a couple of days ago. She's still
That's
clowning
sad.
me for how I reacted when the transformer blew. That be when the most creepiest shit happen when it's dark in your house. I don't like that.
I hadn't told y'all that wasn't nothing. Y'all know what I went through last year.
The
It's hot as
movie
hell.
that used to scare the most out of me as a kid was Final Destination. I couldn't stand any of them.
So I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want to do, but I went around to everyone on my shift at work the other day because I was just curious. I don't know. I was like bored, and I was like, "What's your favorite scary movie?" And so many motherfuckers said Halloween. I was like, "Oh, so boring." And then someone said Pet Cemetery. I said, "Ooh, that's you crazy."
Hell no, Pet Cemetery not a good. What the fuck?
That shit was
Yeah, I
weird.
looked at him. I was like, "What?"
You a psychopath. Stay away from him. He skinned cats on the side on the weekend. Don't mess with him. No
I'm
more.
glad I don't work with her. I feel like
Okay.
Scary Movie 3.
Oh, bitch.
Funnily enough, that's the same guy. So one of my cooks used to go to Full Sail,
Mm-hmm.
and I wore NX. Well, I always wear NXT shirts, but one of the first times I wore NXT, he was like, "Do you know what that is?" I was like, "Yes." And I was like, because everyone always loves saying that to girl. Do you know what you're wearing? Do you know who's on your shirt?
A
But
lot of
he
people
was like,
don't.
"No, I went to Full Sail," and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "I bet that was a nightmare." He was
Tears
telling me
of
how
Vampire too. Go ahead, Nicole.
shit like I'm trying to read what Tears has said.
She said, "I don't do lights. I like it to be pitch black, except when the sexing, which I learned the hard way. I gotta have at least one candle lit or the bathroom light on."
Oh hell
Okay,
no,
baby.
I don't.
no.
No, turn the lights out.
Actually, no. I do kind of agree with it, but not with a candle. Just have a lamp on.
I ain't got no candles. Like, what you gonna burn your damn house down trying to get freaky and the whole candle burn out? And look up, your damn curtains on fire because you in there sucking dick. Shit. All you gotta do is turn the damn light on. Turn the light on.
No, you have to burn your house down because you sucking dick.
Jesus.
Bitch, you doing it with your eyes. Open your eyes. Open
Nobody
your
paying
eyes.
attention and just smell something burning. Just, you smell that? You smell that? I don't smell nothing. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going.
Please.
I smell nothing.
Hollering.
Look up the whole damn roof on fire. Oh shit! Damn, baby. We
I
got
know
to
this
get the hell
bitch
out
been
of here.
here in a long time. Her hair is almost all gray. Her shit is
Ooh.
grown out.
Which YouTuber was it? Her name was Mel Thompson. She used to do makeup reviews for luxury makeup, and she had some problems, some health problems, but I never knew the extent of it because I came to her channel later.
Yeah.
But she died. It was very sudden.
Oh,
She was
that's
only
so sad.
35.
Oh man.
She's the same age as me. I was like,
That should be
Jesus Christ.
freaking me out. I hate hearing
Okay.
about people like,
Dying or being killed.
yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about Mel Thompson. I didn't really know her or watch any of her videos, but I somehow came across her best friend's tribute to her, and it struck me as a little odd.
This
Her
bitch
best friend,
sounds crazy.
my favorite horror movie is The Strangers. I didn't
See,
even
someone
watch.
else said that, and I was like, that's scary. Then that shit's scary because we were talking about how fucking scary that shit is
I never watched it.
at work. It's when that couple are like in a hotel or something, and those three people and like those fucked up masks like basically like torture them, and like it's fucked up because it's based on like true events or true stories, some shit like that too.
Did they use like I thought they used Manson stuff to be the plot line for that.
That's something different. Or
Well,
I don't know,
what's
it may be,
Wow.
but I
that?
just remember it was based off like something that actually happened.
Am I loud?
This
No.
bitch in here is crazy. She's in jail for like a multiple things. She has a long ass rap sheet, but one of them she was like real fucked up and high. It was driving and like crashed or did something stupid and was walking around naked.
Oh wow, she was
And
hot.
when she
Oh.
got picked up, she was like, "I'm a Secret Service agent," or not Secret Service, or she was what's the agents?
FBI.
Whatever it
FBI
was.
agent?
Yeah,
CIA?
like one of them. It's not an FBI. What's the other one?
CIA.
CIA?
Yes. And because they always had people deep undercover everywhere. They literally had CIA agents come in and interview her.
No,
So she got charged. I said, "What a dumb bitch." And she was like, "So, I got even more in trouble for impersonating a federal officer." I was like, "Yeah, you fucking think?"
What? She was butt ass naked.
First of all,
you
as soon
about
as
to
she
lose
would have been
your
like, "I'm a CIA agent," I'm like, "Bitch, no, you're not.
Right.
What?
You're high as fuck, naked, walking around."
Where's this going around? What is it? New Orleans?
The Last House on the Left. I ain't never seen that movie before. I don't do a lot of horror movies.
I've seen that movie. I haven't seen it in a few years though.
I don't know why people like to be scared.
It's adrenaline.
My favorite horror movie.
Get you some dick. Gotta give you some adrenaline. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I don't like that.
If Teeth ain't scary, y'all, I don't know what we are.
What?
Teeth.
Did you smoke before you came over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Teeth was
I hate
scary.
horror movies, though.
We should make Waj watch it. He really be scared.
I don't like Teeth either. That's
Oh, you
not.
talk about Teeth, that horror movie?
Yeah.
That was so messed up.
I don't like that damn movie.
That shit was
But that
weird.
is something we should make Maj watch just so he can freak out.
No, it's too much. Because my friend, she was like, "Oh, Neon Demon." I was like, "That is literally." I actually have like so many likes on TikTok because of this comment. It was like, when they post about like, oh, these movies or whatever, and it was like movies are like good but messed up, and that was like in it. Oh, comment. I was like, that is one fucking movie I never need to see again for the rest of my life, and I really do mean that. I do not need to see that again. I was like, this shit's fucked up.
I didn't know anything about Rey Mysterio being injured. Number one,
He's 96 years old. Of course he's injured.
stop it.
You can go
Secondly,
home.
Legado del Fantasma doesn't need Ray and Dominic to be paired up with it's a whole faction with Fantasma.
Y'all need to stop using Rey Mysterio as a crutch for these Mexican performers is messed up. It's not needed.
Escobar.
Let them be them own. Let them be their own.
Escobar doesn't need Ray or Dominic. He doesn't need him. He doesn't need them. If they were to split up Legado del Fantasma today, everybody in that group would survive except for Elektra, probably because she's boring.
She
dressed like she goes to the Goodwill. She's dressed like she lives at the Goodwill. So
she's so boring.
She's the only one in the group that I would not be surprised if she got phased out if they split up. I wouldn't put him with any of them. Dominic would be on his own. I would let Ray phase into production or something because he's done wrestling. I would have brought up Legado del Fantasma for sure because there is no faction that I can think of on the main roster right now.
Damn, I ate all my M&Ms.
And it'd be good Latino representation.
Exactly.
On top of them being talented.
Right. That's like what somebody said on
NXT
Friday.
doesn't need them.
NXT doesn't need a lot of people.
They don't need them. So I would have been brought them up. Now, if they're going to bring them up later on, like maybe after Halloween Havoc or some shit, but I have a feeling that they're going to have Swerve drop that title to Escobar, and that's why they haven't brought them up yet. So, which is fine. They can do that. That's why I'll never rewatch Terrifier. I was enjoying the movie until the final scene.
I never even heard of that movie.
I don't know what that is.
I'm like hungry, but I don't have like snacks.
That's crazy.
Shut up, Don. Dominic is missing something. I can't put my finger on it. He's like next to me. Oh, child.
He don't have a. Dominic is good at wrestling. He has a character, but he don't have a character.
Yeah, he's Ray's son. That's his character.
That's boring as hell.
Well, I mean,
but I see he trying to get out of it. But I'm not putting it against him because this is like his first year. He's closing up on the year. Well, I think he just made it. He just made a year.
Neon
Hi,
Demon.
guys.
Hi,
oh my God! Look, everybody just.
Hey, Teresa.
She do that every time she come in here.
It's messed up because
I look forward
that
to
movie, the movie, because how it is visually, and then the men in it are disgusting. But it's supposed to be. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's just the way that's filmed and the way that's shot, the way it's edited, and then after it's over, especially after the last scene, you're just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I've never heard of that movie, and I really don't want to watch it.
It's what's that white girl that looks like it's like Dakota, not Dakota, but her other sister.
Is it Elle Fanning?
Yes. Yeah, whatever.
The white girl that looks like every white girl.
They do her. I mean, Anna Taylor-Joy is really pretty, but she kind of looks like them too. They all look related. Her, the Fannings, and there's another girl that literally all look like the same person, sort of. But just glitch differently in certain places. But regardless,
like it's the Matrix.
They're variants.
Be a lot of
Someone
white people
call
out here looking
TVA.
alike.
It's this one. It's this old movie called The Ice Cream Man. Oh, it's with.
Someone mentioned
Do
that
you
to
know
me
who?
the other day.
Do you know who Ron Howard is?
Yeah.
Yes, from
So
Happy Days.
Yeah.
it's his brother that's in it, and he plays this like ice cream man who is like the ice cream man of the neighborhood, and he drives an ice cream truck, and he's like and was killing people. Like it's the scariest. It's horrible. It's horrible, and like I remember watching it as a kid and being terrified of the ice cream truck, but like 2 weeks. I'm like, hell no. Like it's scary. It's so scary. It's so scary. And Candyman is another one. And
I
it's
won't watch
only
it.
because they shot it like a couple blocks from my mom's house.
Oh hell no.
So yes. So like every time I pass there, like to this day, I
Don't look
like
over there.
I PTSD, and I'm like, oh my god, it's
Mm-mm.
it's terrifying. It's
I don't like
terrifying.
Candyman. I've never been.
I
a
don't
fan of
either.
that.
Nope.
I
I
don't
won't
look in the
watch
mirror.
it.
I don't do none of that shit.
I don't either.
Y'all start saying it, I'm out. Y'all have a good day.
Nope.
People
Nope.
need not
No.
play with
No.
your.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I'm not using Dominic to prop up Legado del Fantasma. It's the other way around. I'm using them to prop up Dominic.
He don't
No.
need it.
No.
No.
It is it overloads Legado del Fantasma and it forces them to do extra work that they don't need to do.
That's
why I say no. No, because Dominic has to learn how to come into his own at some point. You can't keep using other people to prop up other people. That doesn't work. So while it seems like a decent idea, that faction is already solid. You add in Dominic and he won't fit. He'll stick out like a sore thumb.
Good idea that needs and should happen is Drew Gulak goes to Diamond Mind.
I agree. I think that's a very good idea.
That's like the best idea.
Yeah, because he has the charisma to be the leader. I don't think Roderick Strong works as the front man.
He
doesn't.
Weird.
He doesn't fit.
You
and
know
Roderick's
who I
a great
like?
wrestler.
I like
He's
that
good.
Lash Legend girl.
Yeah.
Yes, I love her.
Wendy the
That
Stallion.
shit is hilarious because I was like,
Not Wendy.
because I was like, what are they doing with her? I said, oh my god, they are not. I said, this is a Wendy Williams. I'm fucking here for it.
I'm not into her yet.
I
like her.
love it.
At
I
all.
love her. I love her. I think she is over the top in everything. And I was like, live your best life. Dominic don't even got good gear. What is it with you in the gear, Rico? You can't let that go for nothing.
Listen. Presentation is key, okay?
His gear is fine. It
Presentation
fits
is
him.
key.
Y'all don't
No,
say
no, it's
nothing.
ugly.
Gear is
Carmella's-
important in certain circumstances. If it's like a major pay-per-view, good gear gotta be on point. If it's just a regular show or a house show, like for example, Charlotte's tights had a big ass hole in them,
You saw her ass cheek today.
and the hole got bigger and bigger and bigger as the match went on.
She had a
like,
hole before
it's
she came
raw.
out
Who
there.
cares?
Caught on something.
But like, if it's like a WrestleMania or like something like that, then yeah. Other than that, I'm like, okay, I
If
don't
it tore
care.
during the match, I wouldn't have had a problem.
I like it because I feel because the gear can really tell the story and add to the character. Especially like some people.
What the hell is that clickety cloud?
Somebody eating something.
I wish I was eating. I didn't find something to eat.
It's not me.
I'm sorry, that's me. I got chocolate over here. Sorry.
Oh Lord have mercy. He just unraveling candy right in
Okay,
the
I
mic, just
wasn't
like
that
this.
loud.
Right in the damn mic.
I was eating healthy literally the entire time at my friend's. So we were literally eating like veggies and hummus and like fruit trays and like chips and guac. And I'm like, I'm so hungry still.
I don't like
I'd be
And she
hummus.
had
hungry
like this
too.
dessert hummus.
I'd be hungry too.
I'm
Dessert
starving.
That
What's
sounds like
dessert
finger
hummus?
foods.
Like, bitch, you
No,
gotta
it
I
quit.
don't.
sounds
It had
like
like chocolate in it, and I don't like
Ugh.
chocolate, but it was actually good. I don't know
Ew.
what. I mean,
And
it
I don't like
wasn't like
hummus
regular.
either.
It wasn't like regular hummus. Like it wasn't like chickpeas and shit with chocolate, but it was chocolate with like it had like the same texture basically, but it was just like chocolate.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I ate today? That like, I was like, it's either my period is coming or like I could be pregnant.
Oh Lord have mercy.
I ate an entire block of
Tis
extra
the
sharp
season.
cheddar cheese.
Not
You
Like
ate a block of
the
cheese?
the entire block and an entire jar of dill pickles.
Tears up.
that's
That's
like a
not weird.
child
I
to
eat
me.
stuff like that all the time.
Ma'am,
But you
your
be
ass
hot,
needs some
Nicole.
central
I love.
magnesium. Okay,
I
because you
know
finna be
I'm the
backed
only
up.
one. I like anchovies, and I was literally eating cheese. I'll eat like my
I
Parmesan
love
cheese and anchovies.
cheese. Oh, I love
Did you
cheese.
say mozzarella cheese and anchovies?
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
Ma'am, what's going
with
on?
bread.
What?
I
You
love
be
Ooh.
cheese.
hot.
And
What you mean?
then
What's going
Y'all
and
gonna
then
be
I
on?
backed
washed
up.
it down with some wine.
Girl,
Just
That's
so
normal.
good.
That ain't nothing crazy.
Okay,
she
good.
ate a
That's a
block
Tuesday
of
for me.
cheddar
Yeah,
cheese.
that
If
isn't
you eat a
crazy.
charcuterie board,
She
that's
just had a
literally
You
cheese
what
and
it
watching
wine
is.
cheese
night
from
with some
Dora
extra
Lexus.
pickles.
Y'all
So
got me
That's
good.
not too
fucked up if
crazy.
y'all think I'm gonna okay her sitting up just eating a whole block. Your bowels are not gonna move. That's not happening.
She had a
No,
wine
I'm
and cheese
fine.
night.
I'm fine. I'm actually fine. I'm pretty regular actually. So like I'm good.
After
But
that
yeah, like
cheese,
I love cheese. Oh, I love cheese. It's so good. It's so good. So good.
See, I like sharp cheddar, so I approve this.
I
not with
love
no
it.
damn
Like
pickles.
extra sharp. Oh,
Not with no
so
pickles.
good.
Isn't that what it's
Especially
what is it? Like a fried pickle, deep fried pickles? Isn't that what they are?
it was
Raisin
straight out the
shark.
jar. It was out the jar. But like
She
I
just
love like extra sharp, especially on like a turkey sandwich. Oh my god.
that's fine, but you
It's
just
the
ate a
best.
block of it with some pickles.
It was so
And how much
good.
wine did you drink?
Yeah. Now,
Like half the
I
bottle.
don't like pickles. I
That's
don't like
normal. I don't know
pickles.
why you're acting like this is so out the blue. This is
I
literally
know. Like what?
like me.
Bitch, that's not normal.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You shut up, Rico, because you just
I don't co-sign on the
co-sign.
pickles because I don't
I
I
love
don't think
pickles.
pickles are that gross. I think they're pretty gross on their own, but you basically
love
just
pickles.
had you basically had deep fried pickles but without the frying.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
But I ate the whole jar.
There's some shit going
Now
on.
that's concerning, but it's okay.
How big was the jar?
The jar was like a
Like a
not
standard
a big
black
jar,
one?
but like big enough. It was big
Like
Big
enough.
enough to put your fist through it.
Could you put
Yeah.
your whole
Jesus.
hand in it?
Oh God.
Yeah.
You ate the whole thing? Was it full?
Yeah.
How many was you eating at a time?
Baby, you need to make a doctor's appointment, okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm
Did
fine.
you eat it all at once or throughout the day?
I ate it in one sitting.
Ma'am, ma'am,
How
Oh.
long was the sitting?
ma'am, ma'am.
Yeah, that is an important question. Was it like an hour or like
Oh no,
2?
like it was like a couple of hours.
What was you watching?
Oh, that's
Okay.
fine.
And then like
Smack
and then
raw.
like for dinner I had Chinese.
You ate
And
dinner
then
too?
yeah, and then I had like
Oh,
a side of fried
Those-
plantains
those might
with
not
like
mix.
extra salt. And
Oh,
like
you gonna be
I
And you had
dipped them
plantains?
and I
You
dipped
gonna
them
be on
in
the
Chipotle
toilet.
mayonnaise.
Ma'am!
Man,
Ew. Ew.
not
You
for
might-
that. Yeah.
Was this today?
Yes, today.
Oh, do you work tomorrow?
Oh, your arteries.
No.
I might call
Kids,
off of
go-
work tomorrow if I were you.
Chris, go get a pregnant test, baby,
I
okay?
had some weird, like these like weird cravings. I don't know what the fuck. So I ate them.
You might be pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
you might
you
want to get that
preggers.
checked out.
I'm just saying, like, go get the
I'm not
test from
pregnant. I don't think I'm
CVS.
pregnant. I don't think I'm
Test.
pregnant. Like I know my body well enough. I don't think I'm pregnant.
The
But
way you
See,
just
I
ate.
was with you until you said you had
mean-
Chinese afterwards.
You had Chinese, and then you dipped the plantains in spicy mustard. You said, or was it spicy
Chipotle
mayo?
mayonnaise.
Oh,
Ooh,
man!
yeah.
Oh, you went
Hold up.
all white people on us. You dipped it in
Chipotle
mayo.
mayonnaise on the
On the
plantains.
plantains.
Yes,
Ew.
it was really good
With extra
actually.
salt.
No, that's
I don't
that's
know,
where I draw the
Tears.
line. You don't do
Oh, now y'all
don't do
don't know.
plantains
I
like
thought
that.
it was normal.
I normally
Girl,
dip them
those are
in
two different
ketchup.
situations.
Yeah.
Ketchup.
It was good. It was good. I do that sometimes. It's like
See,
when I'm PMSing, I
oh.
get these like weird out the box
See, in El
cravings.
Salvador, like when we use plantains, it's like when you have them as like a meal, like not like as like a dessert. You don't do condiments on plantains. Where I'm
I
from.
dip them in ketchup usually.
Oh,
So you're
my
losing me
God.
now.
Sorry.
No.
that is disgusting. You lost
Yeah,
me again.
I don't do plantains with condiments. That's just
It's good.
I don't
I
do
like it
nothing
like
with
I don't know
ketchup.
about that, Tears.
I
They
like it like
upset.
that. Just like my grits. It's like I put sugar in my grits.
I don't like
Now,
that. I
hell
don't like
no.
that.
And butter.
Violation. Violation.
And milk.
No.
What?
No. That's what you eat cream of wheat and oatmeal with.
I
Not
eat
no grits.
grits
Put them
both
in my
ways.
grits.
No, you ruining it. You ruining
No.
it.
You put salt in your grits, baby.
Salt and cheese. If you want something extra,
No.
put cheese in there.
No
You
cheese.
can do
I
both.
put
Stop it.
butter.
It's nasty.
Butter and like a little sugar and a dash of milk.
Just eat oatmeal or cream of wheat.
And I like cream of wheat though.
Not
I
no
do.
grits. Sit up there making
why you
porridge
eating
out of grits.
sweet? Okay.
Like I like the lumps. That's the best
What?
part of it.
Where you get lumpy
The lumps.
grits at?
Ew.
No, like lumpy cream of wheat.
Don't
like
cream
the
of wheat be lumpy too?
Yeah,
Oh, ma'am.
I don't do
It's
the
not
wheat or the
supposed to
cream.
be.
but like lumps in my mouth.
What is happening? What is happening?
Ah, period.
I do.
That's nasty. I'm gonna go back to these damn comments because y'all nasty. Okay, you're just nasty. For
I
me,
really
this
miss
is
my
why I'm
Salvadorian
saying
plantains.
Becky needs to change her gear a little bit because it seems like
Good luck
that
with
gear
that.
that she has isn't doing nothing for her. She should be wearing jeans and a crop top.
Ew.
No,
That don't do
I
nothing
need
That don't
either.
sound like big time Bex to me. I ain't
her
gonna
to
come
not
out there
be
and
on
wrestle like I'm
commentary
going
no
to
more
walk
either.
the street.
Okay.
I'm like,
Jeans.
bitch, shut up. Like, shut up.
Told you. That's why I
Damn.
put it on mute the whole time. I
When
was
Becky
on
was
mute.
talking,
Yep.
Fuck, shut
Becky was
up.
clear in Charlotte.
Like,
I've
Charlotte got her
heard
ass back.
I've heard of brownie batter dessert hummus from Target, but that's all I've heard about. I've
That's
never
what
heard
it
of-
is.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I don't like
It's
hummus.
good.
It's a little hummus is a
Well,
little
it's
musky
not.
for me.
I love hummus.
I don't like it.
I don't like it
I don't
either.
think I like this.
Whatever, fuck you guys too.
I love hummus. I was craving hummus the other day. What was it, on Saturday? I was craving hummus.
Thank you, Rico.
I have an obsession with black olives and feta cheese. My doctor said my iron is low. What? That is a red
That's a lot going on.
This,
That's
bruh, is you getting
I
the
don't.
iron? Where you get iron? Okay, wait a minute, because both olives and cheese, that feta cheese, salty as hell. So I know you ain't getting no
Yeah, it
damn
is.
iron
And
from
it's
Yeah.
no black
spicy.
olives and feta cheese. Hold on, let me Google it. Let me Google some shit.
Is that all you're eating?
You got me messed
Why
up
is your
in here talking
iron
about
so
some
low?
goddamn
How
black
about you take some
olives.
iron pills?
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
get you some
Or
iron
like,
pills.
My
Oh
grandma used
shit,
to take
they are a
iron
good source
pills.
of iron. But it's so much salt in it.
yeah, it is.
You're gonna kill yourself with the salt.
I used to
I
Just
eat.
drink
suggest
light
you
of
get you
water
some
after
iron
it.
pills.
I used
Yeah.
to eat olives.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, I'm
do
not a
that.
big fan of olives. I
I
mean, I
like
like
green
black
ones.
Oh,
olives,
you don't
but
like olives? You don't like pickles?
I like olives. I like pickles, but I'm not gonna.
he's talking
I
I
about
can't. I
love
me.
can eat.
I'm
pickles.
about Rico.
Oh, Rico. Well, I like
I'll
Colorado
have them with
olives.
other things, but like I don't like them on their own, if that makes
Huh,
sense.
I
I
don't like
do.
black olives because they don't really have no flavor.
Cause I do be loving black olives on like pizza and stuff.
Oh
That
no.
is one of my go-to toppings.
That's and it has to
Pizza
be
ain't.
sliced like really thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Hmm.
What are you used to? Okay, wait a minute. Y'all got.
what are
Let me
you used
think.
to
We
eat
got everyone talking about food in the
when I
comments.
was
When I was
younger?
younger, was caramel
What did
corn.
we used to eat when we were
No,
younger?
he's saying what he used to eat was caramel corn with melted Monterey Jack. Shut the fuck up.
That is.
That's nasty.
I never did no
That
Sweet
weird
and
is.
shit like
cheese do
that.
not mix, y'all. Stop it.
It do, but not like that. Don't nobody eat no.
Yeah, sweet and cheese do mix. Like if
It
you eat
do.
some like macaroni and cheese and then have like a piece of sweet potato pie
Hell
afterwards,
yeah. Hell yeah. That shit
that
go
shit
dummy.
hit. Okay,
Yep. Yep.
Mix
Yep.
with it
that
with
shit
your baked
hit.
beans.
Yeah.
That
Or
shit
your
hit.
yams.
Y'all need to be
Mm.
hungry. Y'all need to stop.
Oh, when Thanksgiving coming up, oh my gosh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm upset that mom probably won't be
No,
home
not
for it.
melted. Like, why don't you eat? Okay, what you mean by caramel corn? Do you mean like caramel popcorn? Because I'm confused. Okay. Now, the way I see it is it's a better way to eat that without burning your goddamn fingers off. You could just eat cheesy popcorn with caramel popcorn. They got it mixed together. It's called Chicago mix.
Period.
Oh yeah, they do have that.
You could
I
just
forget
eat
about
that.
that.
I buy it all the time from the Popcorn Palace.
I'm not really a popcorn person, but
That's
like
the only kind of popcorn I eat.
I do like
No, for
Not
cheese
fucking
real.
popcorn though. I
phase.
do.
That's the only kind of
Cheese
popcorn I
popcorn is
eat.
mad good.
Is
Really?
that Chicago mix from the Popcorn Palace?
As
I
you
Because
don't
I
fuck
don't,
with
should.
popcorn like
I
that.
don't like popcorn the way it's the holes in it gets on my nerves.
The
But theirs
corners
is
is stuck in your
hullis.
teeth and shit.
Yeah.
Down your
But the
throat
ones
when
from
you
the
trying to
Popcorn
sleep.
Palace is hullis, and you don't have. They use a different kernel where it puffs up bigger, and it doesn't have all that hole in there and all that shit where it get like stuck in the back of your throat for 3 years.
You just called me a hoe.
No, dumbass. What the hell? You're ruining
I hate
purple.
when kernels is stuck in my throat. I be trying to sleep and
Not
it's just
purple.
there scratching.
You're
Not
ruining good
sweet
sweet
plantains.
plantains with chipotle mayonnaise.
I'm talking about the fried green ones.
Man, we
Oh,
said
they're not ripe yet.
beans.
Okay.
I don't like sweet plantains.
What the hell? You typed it twice?
Wait a minute. What
Child.
do you mean plain or sweet? No, you never have plantains plain. Who are we? Who
He
are we
said,
that we're
what
having
the
plain
hell? You're
Mm.
ruining
plantains?
perfectly good plantains by putting condiments on it. It should either be plain or sweet with nothing on it with rice and beans. Okay, you must be from the Caribbean. But that sounds like a
With
Caribbean.
nothing? Nothing.
That's
Anthony, you
also
can go
my
home.
favorite way. With black beans.
Oh, black
Mhm.
refried beans with plantains is delicious.
I don't
But
like
they have
none
to
of
have
them.
salt on them.
Yeah.
We're being
They have to
waylaid
have some
by Tears is
salt.
eating.
Okay. Keep
Tears,
it.
I
That's
thought you
all
were
I
allergic to tomatoes. She is allergic to
She is
tomatoes.
allergic to tomatoes.
I am.
She didn't mention
I
anything
am.
about tomatoes.
I
Where you get that
am.
from?
This is the ketchup.
I'm anemic. Okay, what they got to do with the
Oh,
olives? That's what I'm saying. Like I know they're a good source of iron, but that's also the salt, baby. You can buy iron pills at the store
Yeah,
in the in the
you can
in
get a
the section.
prescription.
Yeah, you ain't got to do all that. Take your ass to CVS and go buy a bottle off the damn counter. It ain't even locked up.
right.
Just
Yeah.
walk in there
Yeah.
and grab a bottle of 60
Nature
count.
Made. They
Yep,
have like
iron pills.
that's a good one, and
You
they're
ain't even
like
gotta go
all
to
vegan and
GMC.
stuff. It's good for you.
Nope. You can just go right up in there and buy it right now. You can go on Amazon and order it.
Yo.
Since that's something y'all like doing. You can order them right off Amazon. Come to your house in 2 days. Sometimes
Yep.
it'll be here tomorrow.
Or
Okay.
even Rituals. They have a good like multivitamin that's like loaded with like all good things. So
Oh
But
yeah, I need
people
to get a
put
that's
multivitamin.
another option.
caramel
My
corn
vitamin
and
D
cheese
deficiency is
popcorn
acting up.
together all the time. That's not what he said. He said caramel corn and melted Monterey Jack cheese.
Oh
So
no.
does he pop it and then melt it?
That's what I'm asking.
Mm-mm.
He said caramel corn and melted Monterey Jack cheese, not cheese popcorn. There's a difference.
Weird.
It was Britney night on Dancing with the Stars.
I heard. I
I just
saw
like
Miz
finished.
practicing on Twitter.
I just finished watching it too. It was pretty good,
Did he do
and the Miz
okay?
was good. Yeah, he did.
Period. That's my daddy should.
He did. I was like,
I'm gonna
yes,
vote for
Miz.
him.
He did like these like really hard lifts, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh my god, look at him.
He looked good in practice, so I was like, look at Miz.
He's
Trying to show
toned
up
up
and show
though.
out.
Like
Right?
he's toned up a lot. That's what
Yeah.
That Dancing with the Stars
will
get you
do to
together,
you.
honey.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's toned up a lot.
He gonna
Iman
be a little bit
Shepherd
better in
is
that
really
ring.
good, but
He is.
yeah, he's really good too. But also Tiana was probably like, "You ain't about to make me look stupid."
And I don't blame him.
Iman Shumpert looks like my boyfriend. Everybody see
Okay.
him dance. I'm like, oh my god.
Look at him. Just lusting. Just
Same
lusting. He
height.
saying right there. He said right
So
there.
funny.
It's like, ooh, twinsies.
Yep.
Oh my god.
We don't get that down here in Florida. I live on the West Coast. The stores don't sell it down here. Negro, you can order it.
Amazon.
You can order
They
There's
have
a thing
Chicago
called
mix
they have
Amazon.
popcorn.
everything.
You can order
My
that.
mom
You
buy
can
Google
her
is
order,
free.
groceries from Amazon.
baby. You can order it straight from Chicago because that's where it came from. That is called the Chicago mix. You can go online and find
You
the
go
popcorn
online to
store
Garrett's.
that created it and order it straight from them. They will ship it. They do ship because I done bought it
Mm-hmm.
Garrett's.
several times.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Who
I don't
never
like
had
Chicago mixed
plantains?
popcorn though. So.
I've had plantains, but the ones I had were sweet, and
I don't
I
like
didn't care
those.
for it.
Yeah,
I've
no.
had plantains. I don't like
I've had
them.
both. I love plantains.
I
That
like
was
They're
with
so
the
good.
fried green ones are like so good. Especially
See,
when they're done
Kenny,
right. Oh, they're so
no
good.
ketchup.
your
They're so
family
good.
is
I
Cuban
put
and
ketchup
Ketchup
on
can
Dominican.
mine.
go. Ketchup can go to hell.
Period.
Shit is
Okay,
disgusting.
Anthony. So
Listen,
I
my
was
friend's family is
close.
right on there with that. Mm-mm. We
I
get
was
spicy
close.
ketchup, no plain ketchup.
Ketchup in general is ass.
They
We
have
don't like
ketchup
ketchup.
potato chips.
That's
It's a
Ew.
Canadian.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's a
It's
Canadian
I've
sold in
thing.
seen.
Yeah.
Canada.
That's a
See,
Canadian thing,
we
right?
get the
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whataburger spice ketchup bottle, and that's what we
Oh,
buy.
Whataburger's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that.
It's so good.
And
It's
there's
so good.
one like downtown, like not too
I
far
want to get
from
spice
the
mayo
Sephora
again because I
that I go
love
to.
spice mayo.
You can make your own spicy
So she
mayo.
says she eats plantains with ketchup.
Gross.
Maybe the ketchup cooked down enough
Disgusting.
Yeah.
to where she don't break out from it.
She said Chipotle mayo.
Oh, it wasn't. She said sometimes
I can eat ketchup,
she
which
can't
is
eat
insane,
raw.
but I think it's because it's cut with so many different
It's got
ingredients.
sugar in it, and it's cooked down, condensed
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
So she might be able to tolerate it and
Oh,
stomach it
that is
better.
right.
But if she's eating raw tomatoes or tomato sauce, it's because it's
I
still
can't eat it.
acidic,
Yeah.
and I think that's what
Yep.
she's allergic to.
Yeah.
The acidity of the
Even
the
with pizza,
tomato,
sometimes like, I have to be careful
because the
because
sauce
of the
sometimes be raw.
tomato sauce. Yeah.
They don't cook it. It depends on where she
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I know it sucks. Because my boyfriend had a vegan burger with like everything on it, and I was like, is it tomato in that burger? And he was like, midway, like, oh shit. I'm like, well, you want bacon in the ass tonight? Good night. Love you.
So like, hell no, I ain't gonna break out in the house fucking with you,
The last thing I need are fat lips.
bitch.
No, I'm good. That's the last thing I need.
Ew.
Nope.
Yes, I meant caramel.
Ma'am, this is
corn
on the
with melted-
internet.
She don't care. She don't care. With melted Johnny Jack cheese, and down here in Florida, we don't get the Chicago mixed popcorn you're talking about. I'm telling you to order it. You got a credit card, something.
Or like, I'm sure that they have it on
Yeah, Anthony, go into
Amazon,
mama's
right?
purse.
Don't encourage. Don't you dare, because ain't nobody finna come back on here and cuss me out.
Girl, they can't trace it back to you.
My face is right there, Rico. That's my face.
Yikes.
Yeah, but you didn't say it. I did.
Them people in
wait.
Wisconsin sure do love that.
Is he under? Is he like a teenager or something?
I don't know if Anthony's a
I don't know.
teenager.
Okay.
My grandmother
Anthony,
likes.
I
I've
think he
never
like
had.
19
I don't
or
understand
20.
that. I don't understand cheddar
I think he
cheese
grown.
on apple pie or American cheese. I seen somebody put American
On
cheese.
pie?
Yes.
Ew.
I don't
Apple
get
pie?
it. Yeah. But they said it's like a
What?
sweet
See-
salty thing. I don't like it.
I don't
These
trust
hoes
people
is
from
in there
Wisconsin
screaming at
because
each other
their
in
whole
jail
thing is
cells.
cheese.
It's
Their whole thing is cheese. So why would
not
Wisconsin
just
have
there
their whole
though.
thing
It's
is
here.
cheese?
Apple
It's here
pie?
in
Apple pie and
Ohio. They do it
cheese?
here too. Because
What?
there's my brother's baby mama puts cheese on her apple pie.
What?
What the fuck?
And I
Is
was
that
You know
the,
like,
is
what's
that the one
good
that we
though?
were?
That's like sweet and salty, and it's from Shake Shack, but it's on the like secret menu. It's a double bacon cheeseburger with peanut butter on it.
Oh hell no!
That shit is smack!
A
Exclamation
what?
point!
A
It
what?
is so good.
I can't get down
Peanut
with that.
butter.
I
Sounds
have
like
to
I'm
get
a
iron
choke.
IVs
Yep,
twice a
it's
year.
so good.
I don't like
Iron
peanut butter.
pills don't work
It's
as
sweet
much
and
and
salty.
can make
It's
you
so good.
constipated.
What time
Your
is
body
it?
will make you crave those foods when the level is low or missing.
Oh
You're gonna
no,
have
it's 1:30.
high blood pressure, baby. But good luck to you. Good luck.
Alright guys, I gotta go to work in the morning. I will talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Damn,
Yeah.
Real shit.
that was so aggressive. Bye.
It was
I wasn't
aggressive.
aggressive.
You've been trying to get rid of me since I came on here.
Shut up,
It's the jealousy for me.
motherfucker.
Don said
Get
we're
out.
preying on his downfall.
Get out.
Hey,
Yeah. Did I figure out my holiday menu? No. I still ain't figured it out. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I have not.
The holiday menu. Oh, I
Did you
only
come?
make the macaroni and cheese. That's the only thing I make every year. So
If you come to my family's house for dinner, they see you putting ketchup on plantains. They look at you like you're crazy and kick you out of the house.
yikes.
He said,
I
"No,
pick
I'm
and
not
choose
a
off the house.
teenager. I'm in my 30s, but
Damn,
I'm autistic.
don't kick me out.
I'm
Damn.
in my 30s, but I'm autistic and I live with my parents." Okay, now I see. But you can still order it from Amazon.
Yeah.
Damn. Don't kick
Don't
me out
worry
of the
about it.
house. I don't want to leave.
You can still order it from Amazon, even though you live in Florida. You can pretty much get anything on the internet. Now
Yep.
you can buy insulin on the internet. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I ain't encouraging you to do nothing that's gonna get you in trouble. Okay. I'm just saying.
My
if you got
mom
some,
buys her groceries from Amazon.
if
Yeah,
you
'cause
got
Whole
some
Foods.
money, yeah. I don't like other people picking out my produce though. I don't like
She don't
that.
buy like fruits or veggies, but she'll buy like
I do. I don't give a shit.
bottled of water, like bottle of waters and like cereal, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like her fruits and veggies, she'll buy herself.
Well, I live in a neighborhood full of Negroids, so and the ones who do the Instacart shopping for me, they'll pick up a bunch of bruised bananas. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, I have to buy my
Today
own
is the only time
produce.
that I ever had issue with someone getting my produce because my one nectarine was like ripe and the other one was so overripe, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's what I generally hate.
Oh, cookies.
You
Sorry.
do not need no cookies. After what you said you
I'm
ate
sorry.
today,
I'm sorry.
ma'am. No. I'm excited for Thanksgiving, but my mom doesn't want to cook no more. Child.
My mom did that same thing every year, and I'm like, girl, bye.
Well, Skyline Nation, that now is your time to step up. You do the cooking. How
Well,
about
I
that?
mean,
What I wanted to do
Rico got a
was
point.
was this year or maybe next year, like host it like at my house. But I was like, I don't know about all that because
We were before COVID was really bad or got really bad again. My whole family, we were all supposed to go to Florida, and my cousin had all basically had like this resort rooms and stuff booked out for us, and we were all like, okay, let's do something different because we were gonna have like for Christmas Day we all were like, okay, we're all gonna wear pajamas, and like we rented out the rec room for like the whole day that we were gonna have. And then we were also talking about like, okay, we didn't want to eat traditional stuff for Christmas. So we were going in between either ordering Italian food or Chinese food. But then the older
Like-
people, I was like, they're not gonna try. They won't eat the Chinese food. So I said, we'll have to get Italian.
I have my menu ready for Thanksgiving, but
But can I come over? Because
Sure.
bitch, you could cook, okay?
Right? Can you make
Right?
Oh shit!
Shit.
I
love
remember
this.
I said this on like a live a while back. It was before I ever was a part of the lives, and I said that Tiff should do like a drive-through. Just stick
Hell
her hand in
yeah.
the plate on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving,
you did.
on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Just be like, here you go, drive away.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Well, hopefully, Thanksgiving won't be so bad, and Christmas won't be so bad, and I don't have to cook so much because it's gonna be small, and I'll just make small.
Do you
pans of
cook by
everything.
yourself?
No, Jared's usually there. He usually helps, and Mom's there. She
Okay.
cooks, so I don't have to do it by myself. But I make the menu most of the time. Most of the
Yeah.
desserts I make. Only on occasion when my mom make a dessert, like she makes my grandmother's coconut cake. She makes a coconut pineapple cake that my grandmother used to make all the time, and my dad loves it, so she makes it for him all the time. And my husband is he'll pretty much eat anything, but he really likes the key lime cheesecakes that I used to make. And there's an apple one that I make that he loves, and I usually will make that for him. And then I always have to make sweet potato pies because it's Thanksgiving. So
I love sweet potato pie.
I have to make one
Same,
for
I
each
do
of my
too.
nephews.
So good.
Me too.
My mom makes the best.
Thanksgiving, I know my mom is cooking, but then I know my boyfriend I think it's his uncle who lives in like Peekskill. They do like this like huge Thanksgiving every year, and they didn't do it last year. So I think they may do it this year. And he's like, "Do you wanna go?" And I was like, "Do you want me to go?" Because it's a long story, but long story short, his cousin had made a very inappropriate comment about me. And I was like, okay, so what are we gonna do about that? And he's like, I addressed it, but I still don't want you back around him. And I'm like, I understand that, but I don't want to show out at your parents' home or your family's home.
Yeah.
So like, if it's gonna be a thing, I can stay home. It's fine. But he's like, but I want you to go. And I was like, okay, well, if you want me to go, then I will go. And if I need to address him, I will. As simple as that.
I don't go to
You
my
know?
husband's people's stuff either. 'Cause
So-
half of them don't like me. So
I don't know why though. You're so likable.
Thank
Why you laughing?
because generally most of his cousins like they love me to death. And then he has some extended family that I met that love me. His grandmother before she passed.
Not this lady running a thread shop in prison.
Jesus. His grandmother before she passed, she liked me. Her sister before she passed away, I loved her. She reminded me of my great grandmother. But there's a section of his family that just don't like me. They think that they blame me for him going in the military in the first place. And
What?
yeah, they blame me for it because my family is military. Everybody in my family went except for me and my little brother. They all have some service background, and a lot of my aunts and uncles on my father's side as well as on my mother's side have a service background. So the whole family is very decorated when it comes to military service. My cousin James was in the Air Force. He retired, the highest rank he could retire. He became a sheriff in his town. My uncle Herman was a master sergeant. My cousin BJ is a master sergeant. My father was he was gonna be a sergeant, but he got out because he got sick. My mother was a sergeant when she was in. My sister's one. My other sister is one. Everybody, my husband was in the military too. So, like, we all they serve the country, and because they're Jehovah's Witness on Gerard's side of the family, they felt like I was coercing him into going into the military so I could be a military wife. But that couldn't be further from the truth. I didn't even know he was going to serve until I went to his house one day and the phone rang. And that's when I heard the recruiter telling AJ that he got in. He didn't even tell me yet.
You know what I would tell them if they say something, Buck? I'd be like, that's why you're classified as a cult now. No, I'm dead ass.
Jesus Christ.
She can't just say that.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't give a shit. It's true.
I don't
No,
know.
it is. It's 100% true. They're classified as a cult now.
They are.
I mean, you're not
don't-
wrong, but
No, she's not.
No, like there's so many stories that have, especially like the past
It
few
is.
years that come out. Like it's
100%.
insane.
It's
Yeah,
a lot
like
of
back in
abuse.
the day, like when I think of Jehovah's Witness, I think of like the Jackson family because that's how they grew up. And I remember like Michael and Janet telling stories, like specifically Michael, he was just like, we couldn't do anything. And then like once they started making music, how like the Kingdom Hall like totally turned against them and like
Yeah,
and
they
I was
did.
like, what the fuck? Like
Especially
and
after
then
Michael did that Thriller video. That was
yeah. And then Michael, he used to dress in disguise, he said, and knock on people's doors and pass out awake pamphlets.
Oh wow.
He would do that all the time, he said. He said, and like people would like slam the door in my face and like I was like, what the fuck?
Well, Rico is
It's
Latino, Anthony, so
it's very
Oh
strict.
my god, Kat, are you serious?
What am I being?
Like-
what am I being dragged into?
it said, do
The
you
women can't wear
roast?
pants.
No, they
It's
can't.
very strict.
Do you guys DOA whole roasted pig with yuca, rice?
What's
and
DOA?
beans? I don't know.
See,
what that
my
means.
mother married a white man,
Death
so
on
we
arrival?
didn't do this.
No, I don't think that means death on arrival in that term. Tears out.
Oh. No, I didn't know what that meant.
I don't know what it means either, but I'm sure it doesn't mean that.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm sure it doesn't mean that. I don't know what DOA means. I think it might have been a typo, but I'm not sure what
It's
that
probably a typo because I think he's trying to say do a whole roasted pig.
Oh, do up.
Oh.
Okay, because see, I had to say it how it was spelled, because sometimes people be coming at me wrong. Because people be misinterpreting shit.
A whole roasted pig? No, I mean, yeah, no. My mother married a white man, and he did most of the cooking once they got married, so we didn't really
Oh, wow.
do
Did you guys
most of
eat-
our
did you
Latin
guys
dishes
eat,
anymore.
what is it? Was it green bean casserole? Is that what you guys eat?
Well, green
Yes,
bean casserole is
unfortunately.
good.
It
If
is.
It is
seasoned
disgusting.
They can do
If it's
some
seasoned and
casseroles, I'm
cooked-
telling you.
and cooked well.
No, if it's made with canned beans and shit, it's not good. It's nasty.
Oh no.
It was canned
depends.
beans.
It depends. It has
Canned
to be
beans.
like the thick canned
I
beans.
think he
It can't
did
be the French.
the canned cream of mushroom too.
Oh no.
I don't mind it
Yeah.
with canned cream and mushroom. It's not bad, but like when you use French style beans, the ones that are cut in half, no, it's nasty.
What
It's
are the
nasty.
See,
seasonings?
I'll
becomes
preface
mush.
I'll preface how bad it was with this. Every Thanksgiving, I never ate much because the Thanksgiving turkey was always dry.
Ooh. Oh no, baby.
Mhm.
That's a faux pas.
Mhm.
Who make
Do
you
they
turkey?
make potato
Your stepdad
salad with?
makes turkey?
Huh?
Your stepdad makes the turkey?
Yeah.
No.
And it's
Does
dry?
he make potato salad with
Yeah.
red potatoes?
Oh,
We
hell
never had potato salad at
Y'all
Thanksgiving.
don't have potato salad?
No.
You know what I know?
we had a
I had a conversation and I
No,
was
it's potato salad.
like somebody
Potato salad.
like I was looking at what was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at Bon Appetit's YouTube channel, and like they were doing
Who the
their
fuck is
epic.
that?
It's Bon Appetit. It's a big magazine for food.
Bon
Hater.
Appetit.
Anyway,
Bon appetit.
what you mean? That's a YouTube channel. They cook on there. They got good stuff. Okay, well they used to till everybody found out they was racist.
What?
And then they
Yeah.
tried to cover it up. Then they tried to cover it up because all the people of color left the damn channel.
Oh, that
Yep.
sucks.
All
Oh,
the
that
people of
sucks.
color
Oh,
left the
for
channel.
what was that? Tastemade or what was that?
It was Bon Appetit.
Oh yeah.
That sucks.
What
They all
happened?
them-
I forgot what happened.
They wasn't getting paid the same amount as the white people on the.
That is right.
Yeah,
on the
and they had the
channel.
most popular videos too.
And the people of color had the best videos, but the white people were getting paid 3 times as much
Like
as
TikTok
what.
people, girl.
Yeah. And so some of the
Well,
white people
TikTok
left
do
too.
way more than just that.
Like
Yeah, they
Claire-
did.
TikTok
Some
don't
of
even
them did
pay
leave
half the
too.
black creators.
Yep. Claire
A lot
left.
of their people, their popular ones too, like left.
Yep, because they
Not
didn't
just
like
like the
that.
POC ones.
And
Damn.
I know that now all of them have, like, they're on Food 52. Most of them are, or they're on Babish's culinary channel, and he has a whole section for Sola. There's another section for. There's a Mexican guy that does the sweet heat on Food 52. I can't think of his name, but he left too. The other I can't think of the other woman's name. I don't know if she's Pakistani or what her ethnicity is, but she left. Like a bunch of people, especially the people of color, all the people of color left Bon Appetit, and then they ended up
Mhm.
replacing them with all new people.
Bon Appetit. Is that the show that Bad Bunny was on? No, right?
I think Bad Bunny was on Bon Appetit.
I think so, because they always have the celebrity do like
He
the
did.
Yeah,
behind the back cooking or whatever.
yeah,
I forgot
He
how
yeah.
did
He
it's
was
like
on
called.
there.
a Spanish meal or
Mhm.
something or sushi, something like that.
He was on there. They had to teach him how to make something without showing him. He had to
Yeah,
listen
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
and make
Yeah.
it. That's Bon
Yes.
Appetit.
Okay.
So they did they Thanksgiving. I think it was last year, and the Thanksgiving
Elizabeth
they did.
Olsen has a good one of those.
Yeah, she's on there too. They
Elizabeth
have a bunch of
Olsen.
people.
Who else is on it? Trixie Mattel, the drag queen.
Yeah.
Hers is really
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah, Trixie's was the
Yeah.
first one I saw. Yeah, it's
And
good.
I didn't realize how tall Trixie was.
Oh yeah, she's
Oh,
really
she's
tall.
I
Yeah,
tall.
was like, that's,
and
I was like, that's a
big.
big bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not a big bitch.
She's all
But
large and in charge.
they had their Thanksgiving meal, and their Thanksgiving meal did not have mac and cheese.
Oh, hell
It did
no.
not. And they were like,
We had
they were
mac
like,
and cheese.
Mm-mm.
they was like, who the hell serves mac and cheese at Thanksgiving? I was like, bitch, everybody. The
It
fuck?
ain't Thanksgiving without macaroni and cheese.
You gotta have
Okay.
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Baked.
And
We
it
had
was
mac
Okay.
and cheese,
delicious.
although I think in the later years we stopped because it was my stepdad insisted on doing all the cooking and he just got
Yeah, but he
tired.
sound like he terrible. He sound like
Chill.
he's
He
terrible.
is. He is.
Yeah, that sounds
I
terrible. You
will
might
I
well
will
tell
forward
him.
him a therapy bill in the next like
Yeah,
10
yeah,
years.
he traumatized you, baby, for Thanksgiving. That ain't right. That is
He better
not
call
right.
up Paula Dean, honey.
That's not
Mm-mm.
right.
Like
That's
Tiff, you've
nasty.
heard about my mother, but I can barely talk about my stepdad.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
hell
ain't
no.
good.
We can go to Texas and whoop his ass. Where he at?
Okay.
Girl, he's in Idaho.
Oh, hell no. That's where they make white people. I can't go there. I can't go there. That's where the factory at. Okay?
Not that factory.
That's where the
It's where
factory
the
at.
dollop of daisies are made.
That shit is still good. It's so good. Oh, Kitty said, do y'all fry turkey? We have 2 different turkeys every year. I've never had fried turkey.
I've had it. It's really good.
I've never had it. It's
It's
too
really
dangerous. It's too dangerous to fry here because our houses are relatively close together.
But
And there's a
why
lot
does
of,
your house catch on? But like,
bruh,
why
it
does
don't
that
take
happen?
much. It do not take much. A food and a whole vat of oil.
Is it the
Yes.
grease?
Yes. As soon
Oh,
as that grease spill on the ground,
I
that
never
fire will
understood
catch.
that.
That
God
fire will catch
damn.
wherever that hot grease is, wherever it is, it'll just blow up.
Oh no.
And sometimes the turkey don't be thawed out, they fry it. That's dangerous.
Yikes.
It's dangerous. So, and my father is deathly afraid of deep fryers, especially the turkey ones he doesn't like because they hold too much oil, and the turkeys are usually really big, and he doesn't want anything to do with it, so he refuses to do it. I know Popeye sells the fried turkeys, and
Oh, do
every
they?
time we try to, yeah, they
They
sell
run out
them.
of chicken, but they got turkey on standby.
They run out of turkey too. Every year around Thanksgiving, they start selling those fried turkeys. You could buy a whole freaking turkey from Popeyes for like, what is it, Jared? Like $10?
Is,
You can buy that whole turkey.
is it
It's
seasoned?
Cajun. Oh yes,
Ooh,
Cajun style.
yum.
Ooh.
You
See,
got a
That
I've
whole
sounds
never.
really
turkey.
good. Mm.
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but I've never actually eaten at Popeyes before.
Oh fuck.
That's not surprising. You live in Texas. Y'all probably got
Uh-uh.
Bojangles.
How?
I've never
Y'all got
heard of that.
Bojangles?
I've
You ain't
never
never
heard
heard
of
of
They
that.
might not
Bojangles?
have it
Been
at
to
that part.
Popeyes.
Huh?
He might
Oh,
not have it
Beyonce
there.
said she grew up in Popeyes.
Okay, so
Are you
what part
kidding?
of Texas did you grow up in?
See, I'm in
'Cause she from
northern
Houston.
Texas. Oh, Houston is like 3
Yeah.
hours from me.
Houston is 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Damn.
Popeyes might be prevalent in Houston, but in its surrounding areas, they may not have it there. Popeyes is notorious for being in black neighborhoods
Sure is.
exclusively.
Yeah, I
No, you know what is?
think I've
Churches.
been near Popeyes.
Yeah,
Churches was in
churches.
black.
Yeah, churches is in
Churches
black.
is
Churches are
here.
always in the ghetto.
There's no churches here
They
in New
are.
York
I lived
City.
in a very like ghetto area. I think when I was in like 4th grade, and there was
Hmm.
like a church. There was churches very prevalent in that area because it was
Popeyes is
cheap
in the
too.
ghetto here. They ain't got no Popeyes in none of the suburban neighborhoods. You have to go to the hood to go to Popeyes. And there's only
And they make the best chicken too. What?
where is it? There's only like 3 in the city,
Woo.
right, babe? There's one in Lorraine, there's one on Euclid, and then there's one on Grandma's side of town. Where the other one at?
The one there's it's the 260th, and then there's one further down you can go towards Windermere.
Both of them terrible. Shit.
No, there's a nice Popeyes. There was the one on the turnpike.
Where is
There
it?
are a few nice Popeyes near me, but they're not close to me.
You
At
said
the
it's on the
turnpike.
turn.
But
I got to go out of the city to go to Popeyes. That's some bullshit.
I was high the other
but
day.
I
And
did
wanted
find a
chicken so
Zaxby's
bad,
in North
and Popeyes
Texas.
was out of chicken. I was so upset because I wanted a sandwich.
Mm.
Them
But because I know, I think I
sandwiches
was
is
talking to
good.
someone
Extra
who's
pickles.
not
Oh,
from Texas. Because we went to Raising Cane's and they said that they're used to Zaxby's as opposed to Raising Cane's.
What?
Because I was talking to somebody. Yeah, I didn't
was
know
it
what
chicken?
Zaxby's was until I think Tiff brought it up.
Is it
Oh,
chicken?
I love Zaxby's. Yeah. Zaxby's
Yeah,
has
and I've
chicken.
never. Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, I love Raising Cane's, but I think Zaxby's is better." And I was like, "I've never been." And I
Zaxby's is
found one. It's in
delicious.
Keller. It's in all the way in
Did you
Keller,
go?
but Keller's like 20. No, because it's like 28 minutes from where I live, and
Oh,
it's
it's
like
so
a
We
good.
don't
decent
have any
drive.
Zaxby's around here.
We do not. It's not in Ohio yet, but they keep running the fucking commercials for it, and they did that.
They're bringing in Canes though, so that's an improvement.
Yeah, Canes is
Yeah.
here. We have
Yeah.
one. We have Raising Canes on what is that? Brook Park
I
and
love
Tyler.
Raising Cane's.
I don't like it. And then we have
Because the
something
only
on.
places that they were at in Ohio for a while was Columbus and Cincinnati.
Yep. Sonic was like that too. We lost Tirza. Sonic was like that
Tirza.
too, and they would run those damn commercials for Sonic, and it wasn't here. And then all of a sudden, like 2 locations popped up, and they ended up
Yeah.
closing the one in Mayfield Heights because it was gross. So they closed. They
Well,
closed. The
it
only
was
one
like that
left.
for Sonic.
It was just
The
gross.
closest Sonic we had to go all the way to Sandusky.
And it's just so they don't make the food worthwhile anymore.
No,
It
Sonic's
used to
is
be
not
good.
good whatsoever. It's so overrated.
It used to be good. It's not good anymore. The TikTok creator fund is bullshit. I
It
have to
is.
agree. I have to agree. No, guys, this meal I'm talking about is a whole roasted pig, yogurt, rice, and beans. Is a Latina staple for Christmas. And our desserts are arroz con leche, or rice pudding in English, and sweet red beans.
Oh, I do
Huh.
love arroz con leche. I've never had yuca rice, but I've had yuca frita, and I know yuca frita is really good.
I'm not Hispanic. I don't know. I am not well versed in your
He said, what did he say
cuisine.
he was? He said he was Colombian and Dominican.
He
I
said he
don't
was
think
Cuban
so.
and Dominican.
Okay. Cuban and okay.
Yeah.
So
I know
we're
what
from
you're
like a
talking
similar
about.
area because I lived in Cuba for a bit. I don't remember living in Cuba, but I did.
Depending on where you live, specifically in the Panhandle, most of the houses are wood framed. Yeah, well, it's close together more specifically, and you can't. It's illegal to fry it in backyards like ours because
Yeah.
trees can catch fire. Your house can catch fire, and that could cause a fire for all the other houses close to us. So you can't fry in what do they call it? What is it? Rural, Jared? In a
In
rural
rural
area,
areas.
you can't
Rural,
fry
yeah.
it here. So you have to go somewhere open to be able to do it. You can't do it in the city. You're not allowed. Although some people do it anyway. I don't do that because
Oh
I
yeah.
can't burn my damn house
It's
down.
like fireworks. You're not allowed
They
to
do
have
it
them, but you
anyway.
do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Y'all, Burger King fries in a Wendy Frosty. Thank me later. The fries gotta be uber
Wendy's
fresh.
Wendy's fries, or not Wendy's fries, but Wendy's has been stepping their game up. I went and like ate there recently, and I was surprised. I was like, wow,
Yeah, Wendy's is good.
they be
I like
stepping
Wendy's.
up.
Do
I
you
didn't
guys
know
have
them.
Bojangles in Texas? Because we have a lot of those here in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. I don't because Texas is close to Louisiana. I think they're more of a Popeye state, but they may have Bojangles there. It depends on
I've
what
never
part
heard
of
of it.
Texas. It depends on what part, because sometimes there's a Bojangles in Louisiana, even though Popeyes is from Louisiana, supposedly. So even though Popeyes is like the Louisiana style of chicken, right? There's Bojangles in Louisiana. So it is possible for it to have Bojangles there. It's just in certain areas. It won't be in the same vicinity of Popeyes. It won't.
Yeah,
I don't like flan. I've never had flan. Oh yes, I have. I
Kenny,
had it. I had it at a
I'm
restaurant.
disappointed.
It was pretty good. It's not like the greatest thing ever, but it's not bad. If I had it in
I
front of
love
me and
flan.
it was made right, I eat it again.
It's
It's
so
very
good.
creamy.
I have a family friend who knows how to make homemade flan. I mean, it's not complicated to make. I think
No,
it's literally just eggs and milk, but it is so good. I love flan,
I think
especially
she
when you
equates
like.
it to like snot, so that's what she does it.
Ugh, Kenny, Kenny, I'm gonna have to disown you for this. I'm sorry,
She said,
but
"I can't
this is
bring
the final
myself to
straw.
swallow it."
Hmm. I'm gonna
Kenny,
have to disown you.
Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp was down today, Jared.
Girl,
And
the whole world
Kenny
was collapsing within
went
itself.
Mark Zuckerberg lost $7 billion today, and I can just about imagine how much money small businesses lost within the hours that this whole social media was out.
Yeah, they can't advertise shit.
And not only was it them, like everybody was having issues. I found this tweet where they was talking about it. Amazon was down, Zoom was down, TikTok was down at one point, Twitter was down, Google went down at one point, Amazon, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat went down, and Instagram. The only people who didn't recover like within a good amount of time was Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook. They were completely offline for hours, and people were losing their shit, like literally going bananas. YouTube and Google was working for me. I don't know when it went down, but they reported that it had some issues. There was some glitches and issues. When I was little, we used to go to Burger King, and what I used to get was a rodeo Whopper, which is a Whopper with onion rings inside of it and French fries. I remember that.
They still have
That's
it. Well, it was just
I've
a
never
rodeo
had
burger.
a Whopper
yeah.
before.
Whoppers are
What?
so good.
I've
They're
never
good.
had one before.
You have to have a
I,
taste for it.
yeah, I
Yeah,
never,
agree.
and it's really funny because growing up, I didn't know what a Whopper was. Like I thought it was like the little chocolate candies,
Oh, it
and then
is.
someone was referencing, and then someone referenced like the Whopper as in the burger, and I was like, what? Because I think I was reading a book in my English class, and they were talking about like these two kids were fighting over a Whopper, and I was like, why are they fighting over like a box of chocolate candies? And then they talked about tomatoes and stuff, and I was like, why is there tomatoes with Whoppers? And then I had a friend explain to me what it was. I was like, oh. And I've still never had it. It was like up until like I think about 10 years old, I always conflated Whoppers to like the chocolate candies.
I like Burger King. Most of the time, I would prefer it to McDonald's. The only thing I would order from McDonald's over Burger King is their French fries. But I like Burger King's burgers; they're very good. But you do need to have a taste for it. And I don't like my Whoppers with cheese on it. I can't. I can't
Original
eat it
chicken
with
sandwich is
cheese.
so good.
It is. But I like their tender crisp chicken sandwich too. It's got a good flavor. Do you
Maybe I
guys
should give
prefer
Burger King another
Whoppers?
chance.
I think you should, but you need to make sure your burger is fresh off the grill because it can torment you for life if that shit ain't. You don't be like, this shit is nasty. You need a fresh one. Do you guys prefer Whoppers or Big Macs or a quarter pounder? I eat a Whopper over both of those. I don't like the quarter pounder. It's dry and it's nasty.
Yeah,
And the
I don't
Big
get
Mac
Big
is
Macs either. I've tried them once.
I
They're
like
not
the
that
I like the
great.
Grande Mac. I like that one because it was the meat and the bread matched out. But the Big Mac got more bread on it than anything. I just don't like it. I had no issue with social media being down. Like it felt good to take a short break. Oh well, look
Well,
at
good for
you.
you.
Some
Good
of
for
us could
you.
like, not to mention me. I get cussed out when I don't post on the daily. So can look at my DMs. Where the fuck you at? What you doing? Did you see this? You should have posted about this. But you was just happy as could be. And still can't post because Instagram is acting ugly. She on her
Still.
period. I don't know what's wrong with her. You might as well call me the Candy Whopper. Call the Candy Whoppers Lashley. Them Whoppers are nasty. They're nasty.
I actually like them.
I don't like the texture of the candy inside. It is odd. I can't describe it. And every time I eat it, I always feel like I want to throw up. I can't do it.
Granted, I haven't had them in like a couple years, so maybe my opinion will change. But I actually like them from what I remember.
Kenny says, I don't like onion rings. For the longest time, I used to think onion rings was a regular potato fry with onion batter on it. Ma'am. First of all, onion rings are delicious.
They are amazing. I love it when you go to Whataburger and you can get onion rings instead of fries. That should be bomb.
Yes. The best chicken sandwiches I've ever had were the Popeyes fried chicken sandwich, and they recently started selling what are used to like Chick-fil-A. I don't like Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwiches.
I don't like them either. And their lemonade is way too pulpy.
Oh, I love their lemonade though.
I hate it. I don't like all that extra shit that they got in there. I'm like, I don't care if that means that it's freshly squeezed. I don't care. I don't like pulp in my lemonade. I've made less pulpy lemonade in my own house. Someone not doing their job right.
I can understand that. I think they literally take the innards of the lemonade of the lemons and put it in the lemonade so it can stay tart, but they don't need that in order for it to be good. But I'll eat.
And their milkshakes are trash.
He said their milkshakes are trash.
Their milkshakes
Chick-fil-A.
are trash. Basura. Straight basura.
He said basura.
Because when during quarantine and I was living in my parents' house, they didn't want to cook, so sometimes they'd just be like, "Hey, we're gonna go get delivery from here. What do you want?" And eventually I'm like the kind of person where like I'll get a milkshake instead of a drink because I can get soda anytime I want. And I started comparing milkshakes. I was like, which one has the better one? And Chick-fil-A has some of the worst milkshakes I've ever tasted.
I ain't never had Chick-fil-A's milkshake. I've had their lemonade mix with ice cream, and that was good. It was really, really good. But I've never had their actual milkshake, so I can't give you an assessment.
The way I explain it is that it's more milk than it is ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anthony says, honestly, I've tried Whataburger. For me, it's a little overrated. I don't mean to offend you guys because I used to have friends brag about it all the time, but when I tried it, it wasn't good. Well, okay, so that could be the experience you had. I'm not going to invalidate that, but I know that I've gone to Whataburger in about 3 different states. I've gone to Whataburger in Georgia, Alabama, and I've gone to Whataburger in Mississippi. Did we go in Mississippi? I think it was Mississippi. No, it was Florida. I've gone to Whataburger in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, and all 3 of them were very, very good. The burgers were fresh, the fries were fresh. I never had any problem with anything I ate. The grease wasn't old. It didn't taste nasty. They were amazing. So I never had any issues with them. But I can understand how an experience can make you not want to try it again. Yes, it is. There's an onion powder in Funyuns, but there's no real onions in them. Well, Funyuns are a corn snack, and they just have onion flavor. And they just have the onion powder on it. But she probably doesn't like the texture of fried onion rings, because you're eating the onion on the inside, and it's sweet, and it can be a little bit jammy if you're eating it. So she probably don't like that. Get you the 8-piece nuggets, the waffle fries, the mac and cheese with a milkshake. Don't forget the Polynesian sauce and Chick-fil-A sauce. All their sauces are garbage. Everybody keeps saying how great their sauces are, but they're trash. Their
Chick-fil-A
sauce is trash.
sauce is disgusting.
And I don't like their nuggets because their nuggets are sweet. They taste like there is sugar in their batter, and that's because it is. They put powdered sugar in their batter. And hate
they're also I know that when it comes to frying their chicken, I know that they also I think they put pickled stuff in it too.
They put pickle juice in the brine for the chicken. They do.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that because even Popeyes use pickle juice in their brine. So I don't care. But I don't like tasting sugar in my batter for chicken. I feel like my chicken shouldn't be sweet unless I put honey on it.
Yeah.
But if I'm not putting honey on it, it shouldn't be sweet. It should not be sweet. That's nasty. I like the cookies and cream shakes from Chick-fil-A. They make me feel nostalgic. Yeah. Any cookies from Chick-fil-A come out of a processed bag. I don't like it. I can go to the grocery store and buy better cookies. I just don't. I don't like buying none of their chips.
Subway has better cookies than Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they do. I don't like buying their cookies. Their cookies come in a
and they don't even have real tuna.
Oh hell no! What kind of fish they got?
I think it's real tuna now.
Well, yeah, now it is.
It's real now, but it wasn't before. What was it?
Because I know someone did a test on it, and apparently they found no traces of tuna DNA in Subway tuna.
What the hell did they find? Alien meat? What the fuck is this?
I think it was just like cabbage and lettuce and something else, but I don't remember what it was. Let me go Google it.
My God.
Because a lesson to y'all out who are watching this: Google is free. You don't know something, you can Google. Hiram, if you're here, listen to us.
Oh no, you did not.
No.
Wendy's sweet and sour sauce is duck sauce. So what?
I hate Wendy's barbecue sauce.
I don't like their barbecue sauce either.
It
Their
tastes
barbecue
like
sauce
sugar.
is disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting. If I don't have chips, I'll use Cheez-Its or a whole, I guess you meant goldfish, and put it in my sandwich. Just a little crunch. You just want a little crunch on there. I will never use goldfish in my sandwich. Goldfish are nasty. I don't see how you eat them. I hate them. No, the flavored milkshake. Well, what's the difference? Is there a difference in the milkshakes? I'm confused. Anyways.
Oh, it wasn't even fish. Oh, damn.
What the fuck was it?
I'm reading it. I'm reading it.
I'm so upset because he said it wasn't no fish in it. Do you know what it is? I have Whataburger in New York, and I guess it tastes different down here in the South than from the ones up north. Yeah, it does. It's a totally different vibe. I haven't been to a Long John Silver in the longest. I honestly don't like Long John Silver. I prefer Arthur's Treacher's, and there are no more Arthur's Treacher's. And Long John Silver is so salty. The batter is so salty. It just tastes like a salt rock. And I wish it didn't, because they have that good crispy batter for their fish and the chicken, and it just tastes like you licked the salt rock. It's so disappointing. But I always go to North Carolina and go to Captain D's, and they have some of the best fried fish you can ever have. And they have hush puppies. Sometimes I just go to Captain D's for like a box of hush puppies. I won't even eat nothing else, just fucking hush puppies. what the fuck is and what the fuck is Arthur's and what are Treachers? So Arthur's Treachers was another franchised fish place that you could go to besides Long John Silver's, and it was better. It was a better place. Their fish was better. They had the same batter and the same dip, the same crispy batter that Long John Silver's did, but it wasn't salty. And they had different prices for their meals and everything, but it just said Arthur's Treachers. It used to be in a green building with yellow letters.
Oh my god, don't even get my mom started about that place.
It was so good, and the last one that was here, they finally closed up before the pandemic hit, and I haven't seen one since then. I love good Joe's Crab Shack. We don't have Joe's Crab Shack here anymore. You have to go to I believe it's in Columbus and Cincinnati.
Yeah, those are the only ones now.
I thought it was in Marietta, Ohio, but I think it's only in Columbus and Cincinnati where Joe's Crab Shack is. There was one here, but it left. It was doing pretty damn good business too, but it left. Hiram is probably asleep, so he could go to school on time. Nah, he just gonna get up and go get a damn coffee from fucking Starbucks. Nasty ass Starbucks.
He's probably drinking coffee right now.
Man, Starbucks is nasty ass.
They're not saying what was in the tuna. They're just saying that they didn't find any tuna.
That's disrespectful. Like, tell me what the fuck it was. What if I was eating a tuna
Right?
sandwich from
They
it right
said,
then?
what do they say?
That's rude.
Where is it? They
We
said
gotta
it was a
go.
mixture of various concoctions that do not constitute tuna, yet have been blended together by defendants to imitate the appearance of tuna. But they're not saying what these concoctions are.
Why they call it a concoction? Like, why is it not like fish? Is it not some type of fish? I would feel better if it was some type of fish. At least I'd be like, okay, well, at least it was in the water.
But this article does say that what does it say here? It says when tuna is cooked, its DNA becomes denatured, meaning the test results could be inaccurate due to the change. The New York Times added. Huh.
Well, why the fuck you publish it?
Because they got sued. And then it says the U.S. Food and Drug Administration defines 15 species of fish that can be labeled as tuna. And that they got their samples from 3 different locations. And it was like a total of 60 inches worth of Subway tuna.
I swear to God.
And
We gotta
they
go to
said-
Maryland, King of Prussia, or Philly. What is that?
They said there's 2 conclusions. One, it's so heavily processed that whatever we could pull out, we couldn't make an identification. Or we got some and there's just nothing there that's tuna.
Oh my God. That is so disheartening.
See, I don't go to Subway for their tuna, so this
All
doesn't
right,
affect
I'm about to
me.
go to bed,
but-
y'all.
Bye,
Alright.
Nicole.
Good night.
Hell no.
They're really
That
not
is
saying what's
disheartening.
in here.
I don't like that. I don't
They're,
like
they're
that.
saying we don't know what's in here, but it's not tuna.
My nephew used to love eating their tuna fish, and I'm like, I'm scared now. Subways. I'm like scared because they're like, they don't know what kind of fish it is. If it's even fucking fish, like what do you mean? And then they can't identify it.
Oh, that's not good.
They said because it's the way it's processed, they can't identify it. I'm like, okay, bitch, like pop up at the facility and see where you get your tuna fish from, oh. Like, what do you mean? There's massive cans of tuna at like GFS. What kind of fish is that? Is that where you're getting it from?
Yeah, apparently Subway themselves said that the accusations are completely false, but, you know, they're just covering their
Well,
ass.
when scientists can't fucking define what kind of meat you have in this goddamn tuna, and you're sitting there like, oh no, it's completely false. We sell 100% tuna. It's nothing but tuna. Right. Y'all trying to kill us. I know y'all trying to kill us.
Right.
I know you're trying to kill us. If you want to have an authentic Joe's Crab Shack, you need to come down and go to Miami Beach because Joe's Stone Crab originally started in Miami. Joe's Crab Shack was an offshoot. Oh. See, I'm not a big seafood person. I don't really care for crabs or
seafood.
or scrimps and lobster or
Shellfish is the best.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like
Shellfish is the best fish.
I'm not going to eat something that carries around its home with them. I'm not going to do that. Okay? They never leave it. It's always with them. And then you have to clean it out. It's disgusting. And fish are like the bottom feeders of the world. They eat trash. They're gross. They're disgusting. I'm glad I married somebody who doesn't really eat that stuff because I really don't like cooking it. So my parents love seafood. I rarely have to cook it because they just go to the restaurant. They'll go somewhere cheap like Red Lobster, or they'll find a steakhouse that has really, really good seafood.
I've never been
to Red there. Lobster. You've never been to Red Lobster?
No. See, and I don't like having that reaction. Granted, I just chalk it up to the fact that I was deprived of a lot of things growing up. So
I think that Red Lobster is usually like everybody's first date experience, or at least that's what up here what we do. Like if you're going out,
my good luck with dating. So
I understand. I'm saying when you're in Ohio, we'll hear from Cleveland. Like in Cleveland, most guys. First dates, they'll go somewhere like Red Lobster, or they'll go to what's another place, Jared? Like if you're young, you're gonna go to like fucking Denny's or
not Denny's.
If you're young, you'll go
I've
to
been
like
to Denny's
once or Applebee's. But if you're older and you're taking a girl out on her first date, you'll be like, hey, I want to get to know you. Let's go to Red Lobster and sit down and eat some biscuits and eat some seafood. And she'll bite. Like that's a good first date is to go to Red Lobster. You can get decent drinks for a decent price. You get decent food. It's cheap. Ain't nobody mad about it. You know what I'm saying? And most guys can afford to take you to Red Lobster. Okay. Because it's not super expensive. And they have more than just seafood on the menu. You can have steak and if you're, more of a processed food person, you can get French fries and a burger. They have that on there. But I mean, they have a good menu at Red Lobster, but their biscuits are delicious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I keep hearing about the biscuits, and I feel so left out.
If you like garlic and cheddar and like a little bit of parsley, then you'll like their biscuits. They're very soft.
That sounds bomb.
Yeah, they're very good. They're soft. They melt in your mouth. They're not super massive biscuits. They're nice small biscuits. And you can order a big basket of them and just sit there and eat fucking biscuits. And you gotta order the Bahama Mama because that shit smacks.
The Bahama Mama.
Yeah. It's a drink called the Bahama Mama. It has like the texture of like a smoothie, but it's got alcohol in it. It's so good. And they have a version Bahama Mama, but I don't drink that one. I get mine with the alcohol in it.
So for my 21st birthday, I'll definitely go to Red Lobster to get the Bahama Mama.
I think you'll have a good time. They have all kinds of food there. Oh, and I only eat one kind of shellfish. I like mussels and I like clams. I don't like shrimp. I don't like lobster.
I actually really like clams, oysters, and like scallops. Scallops are good.
I haven't had scallops. I've never had oysters, but I've been wanting to try them, but I've never had them. I tend to prefer the shellfish that are along the same vein of a mollusk, something that has like a clam shell to it. I don't like the exoskeleton shellfish that kind of look like bugs. I don't like the ones I don't like the crabs. I don't like the shrimp. I definitely don't like lobster. I have tried to eat lobster so many times in different places. I've tried to eat it when my mother has cooked it. I've tried to eat it at a restaurant. I've tried to eat it at a restaurant like 3 times, and I always feel sick after I eat it. So I can't eat it.
Maybe you're just allergic.
No, No, it's a texture and it's the way it tastes.
Okay.
It's super sweet. It's like sugary sweet almost, and then it has like this firm texture to it that throws me off. The texture and the flavor of it don't mix, and they always tell you to like slather it in butter, and it's like you've got this super sweet meat with a very rich butter. It
Yeah, I
makes
never
me
have butter with it.
it makes
I'm
me
not
want
the
to hurl.
biggest fan of butter, so that's probably why. But
It's just too rich and it's too sweet and I can't enjoy it. I need something to cut it. And then they tell you to put lemon on it. I've tried it with that and it just doesn't compute. I can't get my brain to wrap my mind around what I'm eating. So I generally stay clear of it. I just don't like shrimp because the texture of it throws me off and I don't like the flavor of it. I don't like the way it tastes. I hate it.
see, the best shrimp are the kind that you have to rip the heads off of.
Oh hell no. They look like bugs. I don't understand it. I'm like, you
They
literally are
do.
eating water roaches and you guys are fine with that. But you want to look at me
I
like
am.
I'm crazy
I
because
am.
I tell you you're eating roaches. I hope you enjoy your roach. My dad my dad was
It's
like,
some
well, this
good
is a good
protein.
fucking roach. Like
It's brain
he gets
food. It's
very
brain food.
it's nasty. I'm not eating it. I can't do it. I'll cook it. I can cook it all day long. But if you ask me to actually eat it, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm not doing that. Like we
But
had a
yeah.
seafood boil once. I had to make it.
Oh, I love
I,
seafood
ma-
boils.
I made it for my dad and I made the broth for it like super concentrated. And I put like a lot of Cajun seasoning in it. And he was like, my lips are on fire, but I don't want to stop eating it. I'm like, oh my God, it's too hot for you. And he was like, no, I'm going to keep eating it. So I made him a separate one that just had like lemon pepper and lemon and a little bit of butter in it, right? And I didn't take it out of the liquid. I left it in there so the shrimp overcooked and he got mad. He was like, you don't like it, so you left it in there. I was like, well, I didn't do it on purpose. Like I just accidentally left it in there. Sorry. Like I don't like it. I didn't give a shit. I didn't have to eat it. So whatever was in there, I just left it in the fucking bowl. He wasn't too mad, but he was just like, you left it in the bowl too long. So you guys realize that when these fast food chains who sell burgers say they use 100% beef, it's not really beef. I watched the video and they use a process called goop to make the burgers.
Yeah, I know. But
Well,
it tastes good though.
they use a mix of I'm gonna be honest, they can't sell you it's burgers unless it's like 60% meat. So when you go to the grocery store and you buy 80-20 burger meat, that means that your ground beef is 80% meat, 20% fat. So there's a mixture of fat and ground beef together. Legally, they can't sell you something and then tell you it's one thing. They have to tell you what it is. Otherwise, people can sue you. So it has to be meat. It's not that pink slime situation or like as long as it has meat in it, they can say that it's meat. Now, I'm pretty sure what they do is they grind up a lot of fat and parts that we don't want to know about, like beef hearts. Because my dad is like, he's a party pooper. I came home once from being in Georgia. My husband and I had been buying these Bubba burgers for like literally 6 months. I was buying these burgers and AJ loved them. Those were his favorite store-bought burgers. He was like, I don't want to make burgers by hand anymore. Let's just buy these. I said, okay, cool. So there was a designated day where AJ can decide if he wanted to have like steak and potatoes or if he wanted Bubba burgers. So there was some Saturdays he would get burgers and some Saturdays he would get a full-on steakhouse meal if that's what he wanted. I came home and I'm telling my dad, I said, Dad, listen, I went to the store. I bought these Bubba burgers. I had them in my hand. He like, I ain't eating that shit. That got beef hearts in it. I said, what? What do you mean? He was like, read the damn ingredients, Tiffany. Burgers from the grocery store, they got fucking beef hearts in it. I'm not eating that shit. I said, what are you talking about? He said, I saw it on the news. Most burgers have beef hearts in it. And I'm not eating that shit. I looked at the box. Oh my God. The box says it had beef, 100% beef, which technically it is 100% beef. But it also says it had beef hearts, it had liver, and it had something else in it. And I was like, this motherfucker. And I was just like, why would you do that? Like, you literally ruined. He was like, because y'all got to remember what y'all eating. I was like, you don't mind eating shrimp. And they literally have a shit track running down their backs. You have no problem eating that shit. I'm like, what is wrong with you? They have legs. They're literally sea roaches. You have no problem with that. You have no issue with eating that roach. You will eat it because it's delicious to you. But you ruined my burgers. You ruined it. I didn't ruin your damn burgers. If you want them, don't go and eat them. You're a menace. You're a menace to society. And when you get older, I'm going to lock you up. I'm locking you up in a home. I don't want to.
For ruining the Bubba Burgers.
All of the Bubba Burgers because he's disrespectful.
I mean, yeah, I don't. For me, it's like one of those things. Like, unless it's like, because I do like to watch what I eat, specifically now that like, because once you get older, you start realizing how things affect you in terms of like food and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I'm like, but that stuff doesn't really bother me because I mean, Jell-O is quite literally horse bones.
Yeah,
So
it's just boiled up gelatin.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
And then
I don't know why
same with hot dogs. Like hot dogs aren't even pork half the time.
It's just
most of the time.
Emulsified meat and fat. It's just really meat paste cooked in the casing. So it can be pretty much any aspect of that animal, which I'm not mad about. It didn't stop me from eating the burgers. It was just the fact that he had to tell me that made me angry. And I was like, why would you do that? He's like, because you need to stop watching what you're eating.
You wanted to be blissfully ignorant.
Like, you're a fucking menace. You're a menace, and I hate you for this. He's rude like that. But I love my dad. He's a smart guy. He's just a dick sometimes. He's so cruel. But anyway, I kind of went off topic. No, I'll eat mussels. I like the mussels from Red Lobster. They come in this wine sauce, and you get this amazing bread with it. I usually just order that, and I order my drinks, and I make sure I get some biscuits, and I'm straight. Like, I don't need anything else. I just have my full plate of mussels, and I'm sitting there just using my bread and eating my mussels and having a good old time. And that's what I order. If I order anything off the menu itself, it's usually their salmon because I really, really like it, and they give you a really nice portion of it. They have really good salmon. But you can get really good salmon from them. You can get it from Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse has a really good salmon, and Longhorn does, which
they do.
Like.
Oh,
I love going to Longhorn.
I need to go back there.
It's one of my
I went to Texas Roadhouse, I think, for the first time. When was it? It was like back in May, I want to say. And it was heavy. Like, I walked out there and I felt like I weighed like a ton.
Yeah, because
it hits you. I was like, ooh. Like, this is gonna have some ramifications later.
Not ramifications.
Because we went there for my stepbrother's graduation and like just to celebrate, and I made sure because like I don't like red meat. It makes me very nauseous, and the older I get, the less I can have. And so I got myself like a chicken. I got myself the chicken and mushroom like little burger that they have. And it just and it still hit me like a brick.
Because it's a lot of food.
I just ate. I was like, I just ate a ton of bricks.
I love Texas Roadhouse though. I'll go there just for the bread. I don't need shit else.
They do have good bread though. They do.
It's amazing.
I
I'll
really
go
wish we would have
with
tricked them
bread.
into giving us like a free dessert because that we needed that.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I
anyways,
literally looked at my stepbrother and I'm like, just say it's your birthday. Come on.
what? Well, I'm finna go to bed so I don't make my husband stay up too late. I already did. It's 2:39 in the morning. So I'm finna go to bed. I will go live again, probably on Instagram tomorrow after NXT is over. And then I'll probably go live again on Thursday to do therapy Thursdays like I always do. And I'll probably go live again Friday because you guys won't let me live my life. So I will see you guys
Peace up,
tomorrow.
A-Town down.
See, okay, Janae. Yeah. Appreciate you.
I have to honor her. She can't be here right now.
She could have. I don't know where she was at. She usually be in here causing a havoc or cussing me out about something I done said. So I will talk to you guys later.